Joe Rogan Podcast. Check it out.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan Podcast by night, all day.
People make me mad. Thank you.
Who do you mean by those people?
You know. You know.
It's changed over
The
the
ones
years.
with the horns. I don't know. You know.
You mean band members? Who are you talking about here?
Stuff. Music. Music industry.
Dude, yeah, I was
We're
gonna...
just talking about, so we should tell people what we're talking about. If you hum a song, just like fuck around and like, you
Yeah.
know, like the cocaine song, you know what I mean? If you play Eric Clapton, you know, if you do that, you'll get flagged on YouTube. They take money from you.
How desperate is that?
It's gross. Like, you can't even hum a song? You can't, like, what are you talking about?
You can't even hum. In the future, you're not even going to be able to fall in love. They're going to charge you for it.
How are they going to do that?
They'll
Well,
find-
you won't be falling in love with the person anymore. People will be outdated. People come with problems.
I ain't coming on no bot.
No? Ever? What about in one?
No, what will they
No?
do with it?
Keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what keeps them alive. Imagine that.
Let me think about it
You
for
got to
just a
fuck
second.
her every day to keep her alive. If you don't, she starts shriveling up on you.
Oh.
Like she's on Ozempic.
Oh. So she's
You
Latina,
gotta
you're
keep
saying.
her plump.
That's what you're
You
saying.
gotta keep her plump.
You got to keep her. You got to keep the juices flowing, huh?
There'd be guys that would sign up for that. Okay, I think I could do that. But day 5,026 in a row, you'd be like, oh my God, I can't do this.
Yeah.
And she's dying.
Why is she dying? She's electric, isn't she?
She only gets powered by cum.
Oh, it's sad.
And 3 days with no cum, she shuts off, and that's it. And you can't bring her back.
I'd shut her down quick. I'll tell you that, dude. She would be.
You have to let your buddies fuck her just to like keep her alive.
Oh, that's gonna be gross, Joe.
It would be.
And it would be sad and stuff like that. And you'd have some buddy like late at night, like, "Hey, bro,
loves her?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
what,
loves her.
What's your wife doing, dude? Like texting you at like
Oh, no.
4 a.m.
Bro, if you need
Like,
me to
bro,
keep her alive,
yeah.
he's over there stroking it while he's on the phone with you.
Bro, plug your wife in for a little bit, bro. Let me chart. Yeah, let me come over there.
We're getting close. Did you see those ones they have at the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas?
The dancing ones.
It's an AI companion that's a robot. It's like a very pretty lady, and her mouth moves, and she talks, and it's not there yet, but it's in the neighborhood. You know, it's not at the right door, but it just entered the community. You know what I mean?
You
know,
think so?
You know, some communities have that awning, like, welcome to like Paradise Estates, and you go through and there's all the houses in the subsection.
Yeah,
It's in the door.
right.
It's in the door.
Like
It's just
welcome
not
to
at your house yet.
Hidden Oaks or whatever.
Exactly.
Or Hunter's Glen or
Exactly.
Racist Cove or whatever.
The fuck robot has made it through onto your street. It's
Bro.
just not at your house yet. And it will be in 5 to 10 years.
My kids aren't fucking robots.
They will. If you have kids, they're going to fuck robots.
No, they won't, Joe.
You won't be able to stop them. All their friends are going to be able to do it. It'd be rude. It'd be like keeping them off social media.
That's crazy, dude.
If you keep your kids off social media, they feel left out. They're like, come on, Dad, let me get Snapchat. Like, no, son.
Yeah.
I want you to concentrate on your homework and your football.
Come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad, let me get Snapchat.
No, look, your dad wakes you up early. He's like, look, one of you little bastards left the freaking cum robot in the yard. Which one
All
of you?
delirious,
Yeah,
covered
dude.
in cum. All your friends fucked it.
That's sad. But
You
I
know-
do think that one day our smiles will be in a museum. That's where we're headed. It's like the feelings are starting to disappear, you know?
Maybe that's what autism is. Like severe autism.
Oh, I've thought about that a lot. That's why we're getting to some of the only way we could get to this place, if we get to this data-driven place where it's like, you know, alien-esque, things start to feel alien-esque here, is
Yeah.
because of autism leading. It's when autism mixes with what's it called? Our society's based on money, capitalism. When autism and capitalism converge, things got really weird.
Right, and think about it, right? We don't know exactly what is causing autism. They have a lot of suspicions. A lot of them have to do with vaccines and different medications and different chemicals and pollutants and all sorts of different things.
And
But
cologne too.
One thing we could all agree on, and Tylenol, they think too, right? But one thing that we can all agree on, it's a big factor is stuff that we've created. It's a big factor, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Let's not put the blame on any one of these industries, but there's something going on where more people are getting autism now than ever, and it seems almost positive that it's coming from us, that
Yes.
we did something. Human society. Well, if you think about where human society is going, wouldn't that be a way to turn us into something new, right? If we were going to merge with machines, what better way than to like eliminate empathy, eliminate emotions, make us like able to like stay at home and stare at a screen for hours at a time with no concern whatsoever, just the kind of social detachment along with the integration of all this crazy new technology and the people, a lot of the people that are in the tech business at high levels
Tis
are
them
on the
down.
spectrum.
Oh, dude. Yeah. They're on
Right?
the fucking diving board of the
And
spectrum.
they're the ones bringing in AI.
Yeah.
They're bringing in the next version of life. Kind of, I mean, almost like we're thinking it's like a mistake, but it might not be. It might be like a crucial part of the system when you get further and further integrated with technology and all the stuff that you need to make it and all the stuff that's involved in capitalism, including like lying about what medications kids needs and giving them this and giving them that,
Yeah.
lying about what the pesticides do or the chemicals do or, whatever it is. What is that ultimately doing? If it's leading people to be on the spectrum more and more often, what if one day it's not 1 in 12 in California? If it's 100%,
Yeah.
everybody, you got a full spectrum society, and there's no regular people left.
Yeah.
You have to think about that. If it's 1 in 12 boys right now in California, and it used to be like 1 in 10,000, this is like an invasion.
Right.
Like an invasion of like a way that people think that's entering into human civilization.
Yeah. And I feel like it was, I agree. Right. So then it's like those and then if you don't have this like uprising, this emotional uprising out of people of like, like this is wrong. Cause I think like, when you get real data based and like that kind of like tism-esque type of energy, I think you're not thinking about some of the, like how it affects you as much, or maybe just you're able to like roll into that nest of like this is this new digital landscape and those people fit well in it. Does that make any sense?
It does. It does fit well, and they do fit well in it. I know a lot of people that are on Spectrum-y that are very happy just being online all the time.
Yeah.
That's what they do.
And dude, maybe that's what's that's the scary part is like, what if that's what's supposed to happen?
Right.
And the rest of us are just like, cause I'm like, I think of romanticist, I'm thinking like, oh yeah, a porch and a rocking chair. And then, other people are like, yeah, we're coming in robots and shit like that and ordering bagels through our fucking brain cells and shit, like it's just like,
We're thinking of autism as a flaw, but it might be a feature.
but is it what nature wants, or is it something that we're creating that is heading us down a very dark path? I feel like it's not autism, but all of it in conjunction is the second one.
It might be what the universe wants. Fuck. It might be how it goes. Like there has to be some sort of a pathway from territorial primates to something new. Right?
Does there?
I think so. Yeah, because otherwise we would still be single-celled organisms. Everything's moving in a general direction of more complexity.
Okay.
Right?
That's fair.
So if it's moving in a general direction of more complexity, and with all the technology that we're making, like we're moving into some fucking weird place, right? Wouldn't it be better if you just like easily accepted that? And what better way than if you're one of those dudes that's on the spectrum that loves to chill at home and play video games, just stare at a screen, doesn't really need a lot of human contact.
Yeah, one of those fucking data wiggers or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
Those fucking tech monkeys or whatever.
Yeah, those guys are just all about it. They're
Yeah.
all about it. They're wearing Apple Watches and the fucking
Apple
everything
Watch,
is
Whoop neck
digital.
brace.
Yep.
They had to do with a fucking Whoop neck brace. It was like, it kept updating on his watch. It's like, your neck's still broken or whatever.
He's got a Whoop cock ring.
Yeah, bro, it's crazy. You're
So you
fucking
can fuck his robot.
Bro, you blink twice and you're fucking it shoots GLP-1s into your nuts. It's just like it's all too, but it's happened too fast, bro, and it's too much, and it starts to be like, is it being controlled? Dude, here's something that
It's being controlled by a small amount of people, which is always scary.
That's scary.
It's always scary when a small amount of individuals have insane amounts of power and wealth. And that's what's going to happen with this AI thing, and that's what happened with tech. Like, look what happened with tech. With tech, the vast majority of the people that are involved were all like heavily left-wing, very progressive, like kind of even far left in a way. And look, they pushed the entire country's narrative in that direction through censorship on social media, through banning any accounts that didn't kind of commit to the narrative.
Russiagate.
Yeah, Russiagate, anything about Hunter Biden's laptop, anything about vaccines being deadly, or, maybe it came from a lab. All that stuff would get you kicked off. So it was all moving in this one ideological direction. That's literally the conversation the entire country's having, and there's no other output. Before, there was a few of them that came around, like Gab and some other ones, some social media sites that were like a response to that, but they never really took off, right?
Nothing took off yet.
Not really. There's some people that are on Threads, and there's some people on Truth, but the reality is, if you're not on Twitter, you're not really going to connect with most people. That's the giant majority of people having conversations. And it was all completely controlled by a small group of people with one ideology.
But then didn't all those or half of those people move over to the other political party when Trump got elected? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Zuckerberg was on the left side. Bezos seemed like a very left-leaning guy. And then they're all just – so that's what made me start to think, oh, none of these guys are really on a side. There's this other third side that a lot of us can't see that is just kind of commandeering or fabricating or like infiltrating both sides.
If I could hum a song right now, I'd hum the Pink Floyd song Money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's what they were protecting, that cheddar.
That cash, baby.
Protecting that cash. Ooh. I mean, look how many people are fucking moving out of all these states that are trying to impose wealth taxes. They're trying to steal money from the people that are the most successful. I was reading something about Massachusetts and how much this lady was reporting about how much Massachusetts has lost from that because people leave the state. Their businesses leave the state. New York is having the same problem. Like Kathy Hochul lady, now she's asking people. I don't know how to say her name. I don't care.
Yeah, get a better name.
Who cares what her name is?
Yeah,
she's asking people to go to Palm Beach and tell people to come back to New York now because we're losing tax base. Like, come on. Of course you're losing tax base. You can't just arbitrarily decide that because someone makes more money, they deserve to give you more money. And then what have you done with the money you have?
That's the best part.
Oh, a shit ton of waste and fraud. And have you corrected any of that? No. So your solution is what? More money?
Yeah.
Okay, fuck all the way off. Of course these people are going to leave. You're a bunch of incompetent stooges, and you're in charge of all the money in the state. And that's dumb.
Yeah.
And that's why Chevron moved out of California, and Tesla moved out of California, and In-N-Out Burger moved out of California.
We moved out?
We moved out of
California. We're not companies, but we're people.
We might as well be companies. We're small companies. But it's like, you can't just say we're going to take more money and that'll fix it.
But you don't think billionaire? Yeah. Especially, dude, what has happened like with the follow-ups to the Somali fraud? Like all of these fraud buildings where it's like blatant, there's no businesses. It's just a sign on the door. And like, it feels like there's no follow-up to it.
There's some people that are being prosecuted right now. There's a bunch of investigations regarding Minnesota, regarding California. They're getting in there. They have to get in there now because it's been exposed nationally. But the real question is, how did it go on for so long? How did you allow it to happen for so long?
They knew.
Bro, you want to know like what's real bad? What's real bad is like the amount of money that California has wasted. If their solution is to try to tax people. Have you ever seen like what they did with the high-speed rail?
Yeah, nothing.
They spent billions of dollars. There's some guy who broke down how much high-speed rail China did in the same time that it took California to do their high-speed rail. Mm-hmm. It's actually funny.
I've done some rail out of China. I'll tell you that.
Tell me. I don't think it's the same stuff.
Yeah,
I think we're talking about different things.
But no, China, dude, it's weird when you start thinking, hey, China looks like a good place to live.
They've got their shit together, I'll tell you that. A lot of these places with kings, they really know how to run things. They do a real solid job. They fucking do.
Poland's got their shit together, dude.
They do have their shit together. And they were communists not that long ago,
Poland's got their shit. They don't let any of this influence. Spain, I feel like, is taking their shit back.
True.
They're picking up their toys.
I got to find this. Here it is. because this is actually funny when you see like the comparison between like what China's done and what we've done in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of funny.
Oh, I want to say thanks to this lady, Sarah Wycheck. She just came and helped me get blood a little while ago. And she's just a nurse practitioner, and you could tell she was just working hard.
She hooked you up?
Yeah, she was just like, showed up and just got it done for me. You could tell she just like is a hardworking lady. I admire hardworking women.
Oh, what about hardworking men? Do you like them? Yeah, that's it, Jamie.
Well, they should be.
So look at this. Things that happen faster
Who's this
than...
fucking gooner, though? Who's that dude? Is that Nelk? Fuck, he fell
Things
off.
that happen faster than building the California high-speed rail. China's entire high-speed rail network of 30,000 miles. Our LA
in
to
15
SF
years.
segment would have taken them 2 months. Dubai, going from barren desert wasteland to barren culture wasteland. Timothy Chalamet's entire existence. iPhone 1 through 17 and the internet. Follow for more bullshit.
I love that guy. That's Harrison Baum. Good for him. That's crazy, isn't it?
It's crazy. And they just took billions of dollars in taxes and they go, we're working on it.
Yeah. But here's everything is fraud. You're starting to
It's all
realize
fraud.
it's all fraud.
Well, if it's not fraud, it's waste and it's bureaucracy. So they keep the money coming in, so they keep people working, but the people don't do anything.
And we can't even fucking keep the TSA workers. Dude, I fucking snuck a half handful of goldfish to a fucking TSA worker the other day, the edible ones, just to fucking keep them going, dude, out there.
You gave them some goldfish?
Yeah, they're not even
What a
getting
good guy.
paid.
I know. They just started getting back pay.
But
just
still, it's
recently.
just, but the
It's
fact
crazy.
that that's like a,
Crazy. Like that they're the least priority. Like, bro, flying is fucking super important, you dummies.
Yeah.
You want to keep the economy going, you got to let people fly around. They
Yeah.
got shit to do, man. You can't just fucking not pay the TSA people, you fucking idiots. How come you get paid?
yeah.
How come you get paid?
I'm just sick of this shit. And I'm sick of rich people not putting their fucking kids over in these wars and shit like that. Put your fucking honky ass kids up there. Let them go shed some fucking blood.
Especially if you're asking for it.
Especially if you're out there fucking bullshitting, dude. Put your fucking honky little fancy ass fucking kid up there, man. That shit makes me mad, bro.
Well, I think there's also a problem. The people that I've talked to that have served overseas and have been involved and deployed in military operations and seen a lot of shit, a lot of them are of the opinion that you shouldn't be able to make those decisions if you've never been to war. If you don't know what it is, you don't know what you're sending people to do. It doesn't mean you're not still going to be a tyrant, because there are some people, like clearly Netanyahu's been to war. You know, he was in the military. He was involved in some shit.
Was he?
And he was like a special forces operator in Israel. And clearly he doesn't mind going to war. But this episode is brought to you by Manscaped. Did you know that one man is diagnosed with testicular cancer every hour? In fact, it's the most common form of cancer among men ages 15 to 35. April is National Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and Manscaped is donating $50,000 to the Testicular Cancer Society to support awareness and routine self-checks. I'm proud to support something that helps make a real difference. You can also support the cause by purchasing a special edition TCS Ball Hero Bundle. This bundle includes the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra, TCS Special Edition, and Special Edition TCS Boxers 2.0. Join the over 13 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and use the code ROGAN15 for 15% off your entire order at manscaped.com. You can also visit manscaped.com/TCS to learn more about how to check yourself or make a donation at TC Society today to save lives and balls. I think most
War is a
good
unique
people-
term.
War's a fucking terrifying
But I mean,
thing.
I wouldn't call what he does war, but I
You
see what
mean
you're saying.
what they're doing right now
Yeah.
in Gaza?
Yeah, and
this-
I'm not
the
jumping
one
on
in
you.
Iran is war. That's war. Iran's a real enemy. You know, it's a different.
Are they an enemy to America?
Well, what they are is the largest country in terms of like state-sponsored terrorism. They're the largest sponsor of terrorism. But also, you got to think why. You know, and this is not excusing anybody for Islamist ideology because it's scary because they want a global caliphate, right? They're radicals. But you got to go back to what happened in that country. And if you go back to what happened in that country, they tried to nationalize oil. Iran was like a westernized country. Girls were wearing miniskirts. Everybody's hot.
You seen that video from the 70s of Iran?
Yeah, bro. Everybody
Tits are
looked great.
popping.
So
Just popping.
what happened is slowly but surely, and quickly at first, because when they tried to nationalize oil, the CIA swooped in and they fucking got that guy out of office, and they allowed these Islamic, radicalists to start running the country.
Well, that's when
They kinda
Hezbollah
placed
started,
them.
right?
I don't know exactly when
Yeah.
Hezbollah started, but the point is the country was doing fine before we monkeyed with it. And we monkeyed with it because they were not getting enough of the money from the oil. So it was the British Petroleum Company, I think. Put it into perplexity, the story of Iran, their government being overthrown. I think it was in the 1950s. So when you see like how it all played out and why it is what it is today, Jesus Christ, you'd be mad too.
Yeah.
And when you're mad and you're surrounded by bigger enemies that all have nuclear weapons, you don't even have nuclear weapons, wouldn't you be trying to make them? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying Iran should have nuclear weapons. I don't think anybody should have nuclear weapons. They
But
definitely
Israel
should.
gets to have them.
Allegedly. This is the problem. Allegedly.
Everything's
they have
allegedly with
them.
them.
But allegedly they
Except
have
for the
them.
genocide.
They don't officially have them.
Right.
I don't think they admit they officially have them. And you know who is a big opponent of Israel getting nuclear weapons?
JFK.
JFK. Yeah. That's what a lot of people think led back into the left.
Oh, yeah. Before they killed him, who? I don't know.
So
What'd
the
you say?
Iranian Revolution, also called the Islamic Revolution, was a mass uprising in Iran, overthrew the Shah's monarchy in 1979, replaced it with an Islamic republic led by Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini.
Shout out Ruko. They call him
I want you to
nickname.
go back to the national, ask it a question of what was the events that led to them trying to nationalize their oil. Here it is. No, that's not it. What was banned real opposition, used secret police to surveil jail? Just put into ask another question. What were the events that took place after Iran tried to nationalize oil? Just ask that question. What are the events that took place when Iran tried to nationalize oil?
Bruh, fuck oil. I'd rather walk if this is the shit that's going to come out of all of it. You feel me,
The
Joe?
problem is it's not just oil for your car. It's everything you use. Plastic is, they use petroleum-based chemicals are responsible for medicine.
But it's also getting in our nuts now, and people can't even fucking read anymore because of it. So it's like, what is all that stuff helping us anymore?
Yeah, here it is. So Iran's attempt to nationalize its oil in the 1950s unfolded as a chain of political, economic, and international confrontations centered on Prime Minister Mohammad Mossadegh. How do you say his name? Mossadegh? Mossadegh?
Let me see. Mossadegh.
Mossadegh. And British-controlled Anglo-Iranian oil company. I'll walk you through the key events. But it had to do with who was in control of the oil before that, like who was making the money before that. I know Perplexity's going to give us the fucking tinfoil hat story of how it went down. But the bottom line is, people are making a lot of money over there in oil, and they wanted most of the money, and they got boxed out. And then they wound up with a fucking psychotic dictator.
Yeah.
And a lot of if you look back on what Iran looked like when it was a westernized country, like, damn, we should have fucking supported whatever the fuck was going on back then.
I know. I think, do you feel like we used to do things that were better, and then we got,
Here's the tinfoil hat version. I love how Perplexity gives you a tinfoil hat version. Nice. The story is basically Iran tried to take back its oil. The British and Americans teamed up in secret to crush that idea and send a warning to the rest of the world. Britain had built its empire and navy on cheap Iranian oil via the Anglo-Iranian Oil Company, later British Petroleum Company. So when Mossadegh, I don't want to say his name, I keep fucking it up, London saw it as a direct threat to its global power and profits. Elites feared that if Iran got away with nationalizing its oil, other countries in the Middle East would beyond would copy, destroying Western oil monopolies. So they were
Sad.
determined to make Iran an example. Look, bro, we've been monkeying around with other countries forever. This thing in Venezuela, this real quick thing that happened real quick when they kidnap a dude in Venezuela, like.
Well, a lot of it say it's because these are the countries that are still outside of the Rothschild's banking system or whatever. Have you seen that thing?
I have not.
Where it's like there's the countries that are still not on that list or something. This is tinfoil stuff, I think. Or
Well,
it's absolutely true. I have no idea.
There's a lot going on right now, right? Like
I'm
Cuba-
feared, dude.
Cuba's not
I'm
getting any
scared.
oil.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, you should be.
I'm scared.
Well, it's a scary time because this is a real
And people are
hot
scared.
war.
People
Yeah.
come up and people tell me about it. So I was in an Uber yesterday, and there's a man in there. He was driving, and he's like, "We need a revolution," you know.
Oh boy.
He's like, "You have a voice." He's telling me stuff like that, and I was
Oh
like,
no!
"Dude,
Don't take Ubers anymore. Stop taking Ubers. Rent a car, motherfucker.
I'm not renting a car,
Why would you rent a car? You don't rent cars?
bro. You think I'm gonna go be at the renting a car is insane. You have to check under, see if there's any dents in it, if there's any like, and then you have to do all this stuff. Renting a car is a nightmare, dude. I will tell you this story though. One time we did rent a car, and we got a dent on it, like a pretty good ding, and we caught a pigeon and had it shit over the dent to fill it in whenever we turned it in.
No, you didn't. This is not a true story.
Yeah, we did.
You caught a pigeon?
Yeah, you think it's hard to catch a pigeon?
I do.
Bro, bring up a pigeon getting caught.
Mike Tyson had a lot of them.
Bro,
Yeah, but he raised them.
Well,
yeah, but dude, he had
You just-
fucking autism in his hands after a couple years. You don't think you think it's hard to catch a pigeon, the dumbest bird ever, dude?
And he just put the shit over the dent.
Yeah, you hang it over
Hell
your
of a shit. How big was this dent we're talking about?
dude. These fucking pigeons shit all day, Joe.
So you just hold them there until they're done?
Yeah, what are you, some kind of shit cop or whatever? Yeah, we fucking put him over the dent, bro. That's why God wants you to help. That's my insurance.
Oh, okay. This one's all fucked up, though. That's not fair.
That's because he has American Health Care. It's United Health Care. Dude, well, here's what I want to know. Like, I guess, yeah, I don't know, man. Everybody just feels scared, and it makes
Well,
things
they
scary.
should because a lot of things are getting exposed right now. You know, there's a lot of fraud, and you're seeing it at the highest levels of government. And people are also scared because no one's getting in trouble for things. Like, no one's getting in trouble for the Epstein files. No one's getting in trouble for...
Yeah, that's almost disappeared, kind of.
Well, that's part of what happens when there's some sort of a big social thing. One thing that's in the past that leaders have used to cover up problems at home is a fucking war. I'm not saying that that's why they bombed Iran, but that would be a way to do it. If you're that psychotic, you know, and if you were thinking about doing it anyway, you might be able to justify it. People have always done that also to stay in power.
Oh, yeah.
And even Bill Clinton said that about Netanyahu. Bill Clinton said Netanyahu wants war so he could stay in power.
For sure, dude. People call him the yarmulke Hitler. That's what they call
Who are
him.
these people?
Everybody does.
Which people? Come on,
Countless.
people?
Huh?
What are you saying?
What do you mean, people? You talking
Yeah.
about
What are you talking about?
black
dog?
folks? What
no.
are you saying?
I don't know
Oh,
what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Let's not draw conclusions.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
He seems like a great guy.
No, really.
Well, it's just a scary time.
It's a scary time because people are willing to blow people up with fucking drones and missiles, and they're shooting into apartment buildings and blowing up schools, and it's like, fuck, man.
And we didn't hear. I think that we've been poisoned. I do think that we've been poisoned.
How so?
Because I think that like we find out that a lot of our food is poisonous, right?
A
it
lot
has-
of our food is not good for us.
Sorry, not good for us.
Yeah.
So we have we have food that is made to be not good for us,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a healthcare system that'll just kind of take care of you, right?
Barely.
Barely. So then you start to create this other, like you're going to need your autism gang that are up there running shit, but then you're going to need this sort of like mollusky sort of like the worker bees, and that's what the rest of us start to become is worker bees because you know you're on antidepressants killed like the vibe and the energy of so many people, right? Like the opioid epidemic, like you broke apart so many families and ruined hope and so many like kids and parents and homes, and like the COVID where you shut down recovery rooms and places where people were meeting, and so they were so disconnected, and then it's like you start to wonder why there's no uprisings, because there's nothing rising up inside of you anymore, because a lot of your vitriol has been killed. People are jerking off into fucking robots, and even just on car batteries and shit in some of those videos online. But
Car batteries?
people will come on everything.
What happens when you hit the two posts?
I don't know, dude.
Does your jizz explode?
Probably got to be grounded, I would have to guess.
Yeah,
right.
that's a real fucking.
You don't want that jolt coming back to the tip. You imagine if it was like one solid stream and the electricity jumped, made it back to the tip.
But dude, that could happen too with that robot if you're trying to hump that road.
Right.
And that thing shorts out.
Phones short out. You remember those old phones that would blow up in people's cars, like the Note? It was one of the Note series. Like people's cars would catch on fire if you left it plugged in.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if that happens to your dick?
And people would always.
You know what I'm saying?
And people would just always leave it plugged in next to their wife at night for fucking no reason.
Right. On top of your wife.
Yeah, just balance
fucking
it on her.
bursts in flames and lights are on fire.
But dude,
Her
no,
successor.
I think we've been poisoned just enough to like, it feels like just to hurt, but not, like we just have to start, I think it's a time where like we have to try and work on and like look inside of ourselves and, I don't know. Do I sound fucking preachy?
No,
I'm sorry.
No, you don't sound preachy, but
I'm just trying to find,
I
like,
think you're
hope.
on to something. There was some file. I didn't read it, but a bunch of people sent it to me. I just went, oh, Jesus. It was from some Freedom of Information Act or some leak from the 1950s
50s and 60s. I
with
saw
the
this.
CIA, and they were trying to think of different ways to make people docile and stupid and unmotivated.
Yeah.
And they were talking about different medications, putting stuff in food, all these different strategies to keep people stupid.
Yeah. And
Like
they
this
did.
is our own
Government.
government. Us. United States of America.
Well, that's another thing.
Is that not treasonous?
I agree. So why? It just feels like there's no recourse. And I know, like, you start to think, well, this is how a lot of people have lived their entire centuries in different countries and stuff like that. Like, they live under this type of oppression and like fear all the time. But it feels new here.
I want to know what exactly. Could you put that into our lovely sponsor, Perplexity, and find out what the fuck was said in that CIA document? What were they actually planning? Because the idea that there's people in government that would just say, fuck millions of people and their potential in life.
Yes.
Let's tank their potential so that we can get our agenda through easier without them being upset. Let's ruin millions of people's lives, or at least dampen their dreams, squash their hopes, make them stupid and lazy.
Make their kids sick. Make their make it put pornography and let it be into the home so that it's accessible everywhere. So marriages get ruined and relationships get ruined. And guys are just spunking out on wherever, and so they don't. So there's no energy. There's no no fucking desire inside of people to overcome. And it's like, yeah, we have to just try and do better one day at a time.
For men, like their ambition in life is often connected to wanting girls to like them.
Yeah.
Or guys to like them, whatever it is.
And purpose, creating.
Yeah, but that's the other part. Purpose and creating is like the ultimate. That's like the ultimate is, it's almost like you're doing a service. Like whatever you're doing, if you're doing it your best, your real reward is that people enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is. Whether you're a carpenter or a musician or whatever it is. If you're doing something at your best, the ultimate reward is people enjoying it.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate enjoyment. But you have to figure that out in life. You're probably thinking of declassified CIA mind control and behavior modification experience like Bluebird, Artichoke. Artichoke is it. That's it. Especially MK Ultra, which did run in the 1950s and 60s. Okay, Bluebird, MK Ultra. What is make people stupid and cognition? CIA efforts to use drugs, hypnosis, and other techniques. No, that's the interrogation. That's different. Perfect concussion effort, often referenced alongside MK Ultra, explicitly explored using suboral blasts to erase memory. Whoa. Erasing or degrading memory is practically a way of disabling a person cognitively, even if that is not described as making them stupid in official language.
Well, yeah, we're just. It feels like we're just stuck in an experiment.
I feel like this is not it.
This isn't it.
No, this was so. Why don't you run a search for recently disclosed CIA files to make people. I mean,
I had Dawson first, and it didn't give me anything better.
um,
So I tried looking on Twitter. to see
like,
if people
well,
were
okay,
talking about
using put in using vaccines to make people stupid, or suggesting vaccines make people stupid.
I hesitate now
Why?
because it's taking me to somewhere talking about this on Facebook.
Perfect. I love Facebook.
But
The conspiracy theorists are looking pretty sane right now. Okay, this is EV Magazine. Okay. What is going on here? You have to type in your email or they won't let you watch
But
it.
Joe, I don't think what you're saying, the things you're saying, I don't think that that doesn't seem like an American idea to me.
Well, it's not. It's okay, Jamie. Forget it.
But no,
it's not an American
if
idea.
you can find, is it okay?
If you can find it, please do.
Can you do Google too, or you can't do it?
Yeah. Good. Just look everywhere.
Dude, have you noticed some things are harder to find?
Yeah. Well, this is probably going to be hard to find because I think this is one of those ones that is like it's on X.
Right.
And I know like people are going over it, but I don't know if it's even been verified. This is one of the reasons why I wanted to put it through Perplexity. Find it because there's a lot of stuff you read that's just complete horror, especially today. April Fools, motherfucker. Today's
Is it?
April Fools. Yeah. Don't get tricked.
Fuck.
Stay off the news.
I just gave some random lady my blood in the parking lot.
Oh no, she's gonna use that for a ritual. Good. Clone you, son. You're gonna have little baby Theos like those little videos that pop up of us.
Yeah, huh? Dude, my favorite part of the video is at the end when you just kind of bounce out of your chair.
We're laughing so hard. Is this it?
This is it.
Okay, what does it
I got a
say?
video. Someone's talking about Project Artichoke.
What is project? What does it say essentially?
Listen to the video.
That's Kim Iverson. She's pretty good.
White Iverson.
Artichoke. So this says, look, we've got this grand idea of how we're basically going to drug people and do all kinds of weird experiments on them to see if we could control their minds. These documents don't show that anything was actually done. It just shows that we've got these really crazy ideas, and they're extremely unethical, inhumane, terrible, terrible ideas. The 1977 leak of documents say, oh yeah, well actually the government did it. They did all of those terrible things they said they were doing in that previous memo. They did it. And now here's some of the archives that we have from when they did all of those terrible things. So, okay, these documents, Special Research for Artichoke, dated April 21st of 1952. The memo proposes developing long-term covert drugs that could be slipped into daily life. Drugs that were, quote, administered over a considerable period of time, possibly being placed in food or water that caused either agitation or depression. These quote,
Fluoride.
should include chemicals or drugs that can be effectively concealed in common items such as food, water, Coca-Cola, beer, liquor, cigarettes, etc.,
beer.
and should also be capable of use in standard medical treatments such as vaccinations and shots. We can do all this other experimentation which nobody will know about. It's sneaky. Sneak it into their Coca-Cola, sneak it into their beer, their cigarettes, their vaccines, their medications. Let's sneak it all in.
Yeah.
Oh, those wild conspiracy theorists, they strike again. They have no morals. They have no ethics. They have no humanity. These documents, I mean, these people are inhumane. They're sick. They're twisted. This is terrible.
Yeah.
Way to go, Kim Iverson. She killed it. She used to be on, which show was she on? Not Breaking Points. What was the show that they did before Breaking
Kim
Points?
Iverson? It wasn't 227, was it?
She got
She's a
booted
sitcom?
off because Fauci was coming on, and she wanted to question Fauci about the COVID vaccines. And they kicked her off the show, and she went independent.
Good for
which
her.
is how it always goes.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't talk too much shit, even though it's pretty obvious that guy's a criminal. Pretty fucking obvious that guy's a liar. Lied in front of Congress. Was responsible for gain-of-function research that led to who knows how many fucking people dying of a man-made disease. Whatever. Just don't question. You can't work here anymore. You're not playing ball.
Yeah.
You're not playing along. Like, look, but now she can do stuff like this.
Good for her.
That's nuts that your tax dollars pay for that. Them figuring out how to make people stupid. How do I make Theo stupid? Let me slip something into his Coca-Cola. Let's figure out if it works. Let's experiment on random people and see what kind of results we get.
Then here's my question. Then, did you know whenever they introduced antidepressants, that changed like the cognitive therapy side of things, like in therapist's office, it totally revolutionized, like industrialized therapy, and it ruined a lot of people. I think. Like one of my goals is to get off of antidepressants completely, man. I want to feel how I'm supposed to feel, so I can have thoughts and actions that like make me feel connected to the world. That shit makes you feel dead, man.
So why did you take them in the first place?
Because I was in a bad relationship 20 years ago and I was having a tough day at school and they gave them to me and then I never got off.
Really?
Because when you get off, I think we talked about this once, it's hard.
Yeah, it makes you more depressed, and more fucked up, and you're all imbalanced, and you probably you're addicted to them.
Yeah. And so that's one of my goals is, and I noticed for me, I've been taking like Methyl Blue. I've been doing some things and I'm working with a doctor to help me, but I'm going to get there. And I'm just going to start to take the power back of myself more.
They say that exercise is like many times greater in its effect at alleviating depression.
Dude, I wake up and I do my yoga and I do like a 35-minute workout. I'll do like 6 exercises, 5 runs of it in a row. That's 30 exercises. Burn through them bitches. And if I do that when I get up in the morning, bro, I am good.
Yeah.
I'm fine all day. And I'm also I'm more positive because I've already taken care of myself in a way that I feel is sufficient enough for me to keep operating and moving forward. But yeah, I want to get away from
that's the medicine, man, which is really crazy. That's the medicine. It's just hard for people to take because it requires effort. And it requires discipline. You have to do it when you don't want to do it. And there's a lot of times where you're not going to want to do it. A lot of times you're feeling kind of fucking tired.
We have to, and I think that's what, maybe we just, I just need to keep going. This is the best I've been doing, I think.
Why don't you hire a trainer? You got some cheddar. You got some cash, son. You're making that paper. Why don't you hire a trainer?
I do. I
hire a dude that's cool. That'll come over your fucking house every day.
Touching my body a little bit.
He doesn't have to touch your body.
Joe, some of them do.
Well, you got to get new ones. They're doing something wrong.
But some of them...
You got to say no.
I am saying no.
Repeat after me. No.
No.
Don't touch my butt when I'm in a deep squat. It doesn't help.
I don't like that song.
I'm going to take your asshole. That's going to make you want to explode to the top. Ready, go. He's knuckle deep in your bunghole, trying to convince you that it's so you can get more reps.
Yeah. He's fucking.
That's got to happen. It's like a fucking big jack gay trainer. Like preys on guys that are kind of weak with small hips.
He's like, I bet you can't do this with my cock in your butt. And you're like, that's a crazy. Who cares?
Why are you suggesting this?
Yeah. But the crazy part is, dude, I had a trainer one time. If you were doing like a dumbbell press, he would kind of squat you from he would help you from the elbows, kind of.
Okay, that's fine.
But when I noticed this one time,
he rubbed his dick around your butt. No. Did he? He's right behind you.
No, he didn't.
Maybe
I don't know.
Did. You're blocking it out. Maybe that's why you need therapy.
I don't know, bro. Dude, I know all the dicks I've ever seen in my life, dude.
All of them?
Yeah.
How many have you seen? Jesus Christ.
Honestly?
It's not that many.
Yeah.
Live and in person?
Jamie could count them on one hand.
Probably.
Jamie's only seen a handful of dicks, and 2 of them are Ari's.
Definitely the most recent one.
Ari's pissed in fucking kombucha bottles in this room so many times.
Oh.
He is such an animal.
He is kombucha. He has kombucha in him, I feel like,
it's all
dude.
kombucha. He doesn't have piss anymore. It's fermented already.
No, but this guy would touch my elbow, and he would kind of like he would do a slight like massage on him, and that's when it kind of cooked me up. You got a vape in here by chance, Joe, or no?
No.
We got this.
You want a cigar? We got smelling salts. You want a cigar?
No, they make me sick.
They do?
Yeah, it makes me feel sad.
Sad?
Yeah.
No, I gave up on those. Nicotine vapes are very addictive.
Yeah.
Boy.
I know. I'd give it.
They make you grab for them. You want to take a hit off of them.
Yeah.
You know, even if you, I decided at one point in time, I'm not taking these anymore. I'm stopping with these.
Oh, I remember, dude. Remember you and I were using one time. Mm-hmm. We kept using that thing, and yeah. Oh, dude.
There's something in them. It's not just the nicotine.
I'll tell you a story.
Because like these things, like Alps, I have no problem not taking these. I went on a trip, like a 10-day trip. I didn't bring any nicotine pouches. I didn't miss it at all. I was fine.
Well, I'll say this.
But not those vapes, dude. Those vapes call you.
Yeah, some of that shit's a lot, bro.
They call you.
But, yeah, you got to kind of manage it or whatever, but...
Yeah, you ain't managing shit, son.
You right. You right about that. Okay, girl. Okay.
You know, I think out of all the things that are, you know, not a drug, But nicotine is kind of a drug, but obviously could be totally functional on it. That's the one in the vapes that's the most addictive.
But you're talking about like recreational type, not like antidepressants, things like that.
Oh yeah,
opioids.
of course, of course, not like cocaine or
Yeah.
But here's the thing about them, man. They're only good for one hit.
Yeah.
It's the first hit of the day. The first hit off a vape is fucking wonderful.
Yeah.
You're like,
Oh yeah, I'll blow that smoke on your mother, son.
nature just shines down upon you. Just feel relaxed. But it's only one. After that, you're just chasing that dragon, and you're not getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
Every time you're just getting like nervous, like, "Argh," and you're like hitting it again. Your fucking hands are shaking. You go too far, but you don't get that one feel. It's the same thing with a cigarette. With a cigarette, really, what you want is the first couple of hits.
Yeah.
And you get that lightness of head, like and then put them down.
Yeah.
The problem is you're always chasing that dragon and you never get it. That's why everybody loves the first cigarette of the day. They sit there with that first cigarette of the day and a cup of coffee and they're like, I got ideas.
Yeah.
Like, I got fucking ideas.
Write this down. Write this down.
A lot of bands wrote most of their music on cigarettes. Like, Tony was talking about Pink Floyd.
Dude, the Declaration of Independence people were probably hitting cigarettes back then.
For sure, they were smoking tobacco. Yeah, I don't know if they did pipes or what have you back then. I wonder when the cigarette was invented. Because if you think about it, like pipes and cigars, you don't inhale. You just take it in your mouth. But cigarettes, you like take into your lungs. I wonder when the first dude figured that you got to like suck it all in to get a full hit.
Probably. Yeah, for sure.
He wanted to suck everything.
Oh.
Cigarettes, bananas, what have you.
They were smoking cigarette, or just says drinking smoke, when Christopher Columbus and his crew discovered indigenous people in the Caribbean.
Oh, you mean Christopher Columbus was, or the indigenous
It
people
says
were?
they had observed indigenous people in the Caribbean, in quotes, drinking smoke.
Oh, yeah.
But this
What does
hasn't
that
gone
mean?
back. That's exactly
Probably
why I
drinking
brought it
and
up.
smoking. Crisco was off that shit, bro. He was off that shit,
Bro,
for sure.
did you ever read the things that Christopher Columbus did when they came to America?
He was a boss, I heard.
He was an evil man.
Was
dude.
he?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
They would cut people's arms off if they didn't bring them the right amount of gold. They were killing babies. Like, they did some horrific shit, man.
Huh.
They did horrific shit to
Maybe
the people that they found. Because they found these people had gold. And, they... Like, if you think about how crazy it is that Mexico speaks Spanish. You know how crazy that is? You know how crazy it is? That's so far away from Spain.
Oh, that's a good point.
They all speak Spanish and they're Catholic. Gee, where do you think that happened? Cortez.
Yeah.
That motherfucker showed up in the 1500s with like 600 dudes and 12 muskets. They had like 12. They didn't even have musket rifles. They had musket pistols.
He was a boss.
And they took over the whole fucking country.
I know.
Kind of crazy. Like, if you think about all these years later, they all speak Spanish now.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, do you think we could do something like that now? Like, what do you think's going to happen,
With
Joe?
Iran?
No, just with, like, I feel like the shit that's happening out there is going to come here eventually.
Well, most certainly will. Yeah.
You know?
I mean, if Homeland Security doesn't stop it in its tracks, and they're doing a great job of preventing a lot of them, there's a lot of things that they catch that you don't even hear about that are like terror cells that they infiltrate, but they know there's people in this country. That was the most fucked up thing about people being all nonchalant about the border being wide open for 4 years.
Yeah.
Because men of military age entered into this country from foreign countries, and we have no idea why. We don't know if they're just honest people looking to make a better life for them and their families, send money back home. That'd be best case scenario. But that's not all of them. So what percentage of them are terrorists? What percentage of them? It's not zero. It ain't zero.
Yeah. But what also, it's like, it's all just a cat and mouse game. People are like, we'll elect the Democrats next time. It's like, but it's all the same shit has been happening forever. They haven't been helping anybody forever. They're letting fucking politicians slurp on kids. All of our fucking money goes to Israel, and they're using it to fucking genocide people. It's like everybody is scared out of their wits right now. It's like our religious leaders are afraid to speak out, and it's like it's a time where it's like Satan is amongst us, and our religious leaders are fucking talking about bullshit at the poll. It's just like, what is going? I don't know, man.
We got to get you off those antidepressants, son. You're losing your fucking marbles.
You think I am?
Come hang out with us. Just chill
I'm
out.
here.
Just chill out at the mothership tonight.
I do have to pee in a little while, but
You can pee.
I'm gonna pee in a minute, man.
We'll let you.
But no, people are just scared, dude. This is
They
shit
won't
that I
let you
hear
in
from
Canada.
people.
They won't let you pee until you give them your guns.
Really?
That's how they're doing it now.
But what if you have to wash the blackface off the president? Can you fucking use a little bit of piss
you know,
to do
Canada
that?
had this big,
Dude.
they had this big gun thing, this law they passed where they made a bunch of guns illegal, and they found that only, I think it's a very small percentage of people. I think it's somewhere in the neighborhood. Find out what percentage of people have complied.
They
but
don't
I
have
think,
any guns.
Oh, they do. Yeah, they do. They
Canada?
did. They used to. Well, a lot of hunters up there for sure. But there's a lot of recreational guns and handguns and self-defense weapons that people had that they recently made during Castro's kid when he was running the country. When they recently made this ban.
I got to meet Castro one time.
So
Did I
here
tell you
it
that?
is. No, I want to hear that, but one second. But data provided by Public Safety Canada shows that of March 27, 32,406 people signed up to participate in the program. They declared a total of 57,440 firearms, roughly 42% of what was projected. But they were talking about, you know who has it on his page is Coleon Noir. He has it here. I'll send it to you because
We got to do this in Memphis, dude.
it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, you can't let them take away your weapons.
No.
Because how will you fight?
How will you fight? That's a very good question. Yeah, I saw Coleon's video. Here it is. Yeah, this is it. Here, play this.
Type shit right here.
Numerous response? Cool. We're sending police to your house.
The declaration period for firearms owners is scheduled to end next week. So far, only 2.5% of the estimated 2 million affected firearms have been declared.
2%.
And 98% of firearms owners haven't made a declaration.
Canada banned 2,500 types of firearms, gave gun owners until March 31st, essentially today, to declare them. 1 week before the deadline, 2.5% compliance. 2.5. That's not a slow rollout. That's a full-on rejection.
So if they're not declaring by next week, what's your plan, Minister?
The plan we have is as of March the 31st, the time to complete the enrollment will be done, and then the RCMP and other agencies will be available throughout the spring and the summer to do the collection.
The collection?
Do the collection.
Like he's speaking about dry cleaning, not firearms, not property that belonged to law-abiding citizens
Who is
before
that?
the government decided
That's my friend
it didn't
Coleon.
anymore.
So, Minister, you're saying that RCMP members, we just heard an Auditor General report saying we're short 3,400 members. We're dealing with a wave of violent crime across this country. And you're saying that your plan is over the spring and the summer to deploy RCMP officers to go door to door to firearms owners and seize their firearms?
So this is a voluntary program, Mr. Lloyd, as you're aware. And the RCMP resources and the resources we will use with law enforcement does not contemplate in any way using existing resources. These are additional resources, so these are those who are off duty, those who may be retired.
Go back
I
to-
can ask them to do that.
They're gonna take
Minister, I just
retired
find that
people
very
to go door to
concerning
door?
that, we're gonna
It's
be
like their new
sending
ICE. There's
police
there's-
officers door to door because,
What the fuck are they
frankly, many police forces across the country are refusing to participate in your program.
And here's the part that should make your
Good
jaw
for
hit
them.
the floor. The Minister of Public Safety, the guy running this entire program, was secretly recorded saying the gun grab isn't worth the money.
The Minister of Public Safety accidentally told the truth, and he was recorded doing it. He said that the gun grab is not worth the money.
He doubts local police will have the resources to enforce the Liberals' mandatory gun buyback program and says the reason the Prime Minister is sticking with the policy is to appease voters in Quebec.
He privately admitted the police can't even
Look at his
enforce
face.
it. He said they're doing
The
it
face that they
to win
picked
votes.
in the
The guy?
screenshot. Look at his
This
face
was never
behind him.
about
They picked the
safety.
worst
Go back
face.
to his
Never-
name. Go back to his name. If you can, it was Ananadistigity.
Whatever his name
Well,
is.
here's what I'm saying.
I want him to go door to door.
Yeah.
You go door to door.
You go door to
bitch.
door and do this
You go
shit.
door to door, bitch.
But, dude,
you want
this-
to do that?
this
How
is-
about you do it? He's talking about getting retired people to go door to door and take people. You're gonna get someone shot, stupid.
Well, it's just like our draft now. They're like, now it's 42, now it's 47. Now
And you
it's,
could have a marijuana arrest now.
Yeah, they're letting anybody
Like,
in that bitch.
hey,
dude.
little weed. What's the big
Yeah.
deal? Come on.
But dude, here's the part to me that's like you start to see like the chink in the armor or whatever. And no offense, anybody, but
You're allowed to say that. Chink in the armor.
But they know who they know who they think are. I'm not saying anything about.
I know
that.
you're not, but people think that.
I'm not.
Yeah, I hear you.
But yeah,
You can't say spick and span anymore either.
You can't say spick and span.
Well, you can, but you shouldn't.
You got to whisper it. Hey,
that guy should be forced to go door to door. Go
Of
door to
course
door
he
in a
should.
bright orange vest with a circle in the center of it.
Yeah, I was just going to get his name because I wanted to say that guy's a pussy and go do your own shit. That freaking little honky.
Doughboy.
Yeah, that little
sloppy
brand muffin.
Yeah. Little sloppy muffin top.
Yeah, get your. That's his name right there, Gary. And I'm going to disagree.
And
that's what I said.
Anandasagari.
Canada, they're going to come for you next. But here's what's funny to me, Joe.
That's such a crazy. You can't. You're not even grandfathering people in. Mandatory gun confiscations. They just want people vulnerable.
Of course, that's what we're saying, man.
Yeah.
Joe, that's what we're saying. They want us all vulnerable.
Yeah, they do. They would much rather that because look, what's the difference?
Happening.
What's the difference between America and everywhere else? One of the big differences is we're fucking heavily armed.
Right.
That's why it's a real problem to try to take over America, and it's in our Declaration of Independence. It's in the Bill of Rights. It's like that. This, the right to an armed militia. The right to keep and bear arms and to have an armed militia. Like what is that? And people are like, what is that for? Well, that's to keep you from being taken over by tyrants who have guns.
Yeah. Well, here's one thing that's interesting to me is like RFK was on not long ago and he was saying that 75%, and I could be off by a few percent, of young men aren't
77.
Aren't eligible for military service.
Yeah.
So this is the hilarious part to me now. Now they've poisoned us so much that they don't even have healthy people to serve in the military, and now they're still like, I feel like these powers that be are like in this tough spot now. We're like, fuck, we poisoned them too much.
Right.
They can't even go spill their blood for us,
Right. Well, they can't. I mean, there's enough that can.
But they're widening these things. It's like with the ICE now, they're like, if you're 65 and like have decent vision, you can be an ICE. They're letting it just like it kept getting bigger.
ICE, you only have 7 weeks of training.
Yeah.
You think about that's not even what you get in the police force. Yeah,
Dude,
it's crazy.
We had more than that for fucking T-ball when I was a kid. And Mr. Rick, dude, remember when you had T-ball and your coach was just some dude who had a name? It was like, that's our coach, Rick.
Just imagine this. Imagine if you had 7 weeks of training and you had to go into a jiu-jitsu tournament.
I know.
You would get fucking smoked. You don't know what you're doing. You barely know what you're doing. You're going to make a bunch of mistakes.
Yes, I would,
7
Joe.
weeks of training in that is even scarier because you got guns and you're going out in the street and you're arresting people.
Yeah. But it's like not more than ever, it feels like theater. And it feels like it's been theater for a while. And it feels like, maybe this is crazy, but it feels like we're at the last cusp before something weird is going to happen. Didn't you say something weird might happen, Jamie?
Jamie's always saying that. He's tuned in.
Is he
to
like
weird.
that?
Jamie's got an ear for weird.
Even blacks are getting scared, though.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're more scared of like the Trump movement, totalitarianism and fascism. No?
I think they're getting, they see these ostracized, they see these communities of people out there getting abused and shit, and I think it reflects in them somewhere,
You mean like with ICE? Is that what you're saying?
No, with you see, there's a lot of brown people getting murdered on fucking TikTok all the time, like, in the Middle East, and I think you see that and it makes them hyped up, or, it activates.
Well, everybody should be upset about that.
I agree, but I
the
think
idea that the only way to solve problems is by dropping bombs on people it's so crazy that that's still the move in 2026.
But I don't think it's our move.
But however, if you are faced with an evil dictator that has his eyes on a global caliphate and is developing nuclear bombs, you can't be all fucking kumbaya. But the question is like, how does that get resolved?
Right, that's the question.
How do you make sure? How can you even know?
That's what I came to
whether or not
ask
they're
you.
capable of having nuclear weapons? And for the last 20 years, they've been preparing and stockpiling missiles and developing. They have some crazy thing I was seeing online where it's like they almost like have a mountain and dug deep into the ground. They have these missile elevators. And like the missiles are like hidden deep into the ground where the only way you could destroy that facility is with like a nuke. And they just did it specifically knowing that they were going to get bombed.
Well, they had they did Top Gun movie where Miles Teller flew in there, and then a year later we did that or a few years later we did that in Iran. Like, isn't it kind of like it all seems bizarre where they had to fire a nuke down or they had to fire a missile down into the thing, remember?
I didn't see that movie.
It was good.
I bet it was.
It actually was good.
I liked the first one.
Oh, we made a
crazy.
movie too. I got to tell you about our movie. I can't forget.
Oh, that's right. You made a movie.
Yeah, I didn't mean to interrupt about it.
But let's find out what was I asking before we moved on?
Iranian missile thing?
Yeah. What is that elevator thing that they have? They have some underground, like deep underground. Someone was explaining it online. They have a very unique method of protecting their missiles from being bombed. So they have their storage is like deep, deep underground. I think that's one of the things that they were just attacking recently. Like we were dropping bombs on them recently.
I don't think we're over there doing that for ourselves, though.
Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like it's in our best interest. You know?
Why do you think? Then what is it that like Israel holds over America that we do those things?
Well, first of all, there's a lot of people that donated to the Trump campaign that have significant influence over him.
Yeah.
That lobby for Israel.
Right.
And they're very beholden.
So that's just capitalism then, right?
So IDF uncovers Iran missile megacities.
I don't believe anything they say.
It's hard to know because this is all AI, right?
No.
Is this real?
It looked like it was, but
Is this real?
Honestly,
this looks AI.
This shit
some of it
ain't real.
does look AI, but that video of those guys walk right there
Yeah,
looks real.
it's so hard to know these days, man.
If it's
so hard to know. You know, this is like if I was Iran, I'd make a video like that. Look at all my bums. Look at my big cock. And look at my bums. I have a big old dick. Big old dick like a third leg and a bunch of bombs.
I'm fucking sick of my dick.
Really? Give it a break.
No,
Leave
I've
it
had
alone
dude,
for a couple days and you'll miss it.
Oh, I've had a lot of thoughts. Yeah.
Go
Dude,
on a
I've
vacation from your dick.
Bro, there's times I wanted to just mail my dick to Africa or whatever.
Don't.
Just feed
They'll
a couple.
never send it back.
But I'm saying to feed a couple people.
I don't think it'll feed a couple.
Bro, it'll, dude.
I don't even think feed one.
Get out of here,
Might keep
bro.
them alive for a few hours.
Bro, it would be lunch, at least lunch for two.
Someone on a diet. Someone cutting weight for wrestling.
Yeah. Or that dude that tried to cut weight because he wasn't gay anymore. Remember I told you about that dude? He lost 40 pounds, dude. He was just fucking ribs and dick by the end of it, dude. That guy. I got to pee really bad. Can I do it real fast?
Pause.
Sorry,
We'll be
man.
right back, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you, Joe.
We'll be right back. Theo Vaughn, David Spade, Bus Boys, in theaters, April 17th. Did you finance this, dude? Did you fucking do this shit with your own money?
Yeah.
You wild motherfucker, you. Wow.
We wrote it, and we did it all. There's no studio attached to it. There's nobody.
Oh, Tim Dillon's in it.
Tim did a good job.
He's awesome.
He is awesome.
He really is.
He's he's one of my favorites.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's one of a kind.
Is that Nate Diaz?
Bro, he was so.
Is that Louis J?
Whoa. No, who's in it? Cam Patterson, Trevor Wallace.
Nice, dude. What's it about?
It's about two guys, and they're just regular guys, and they're not doing that good. And then they think if they can, one of them loses his girlfriend to a waiter, and they think if they can become waiters, that they can get his girlfriend back. And they have to start at Busboys. And they don't get very far. So that's pretty much it.
Spoiler alert.
It was crazy though, dude. I mean, I think there's just like a thing about like nobody, like it's just, we made it ourselves. Like we wrote it, we did it. There's no fucking somebody saying I can't put this in it. Like some of the streamers are like, nah, it's too edgy for us or whatever. Fuck them then. You're out. You know what I'm saying? We're doing our own shit. And so.
Did you sell it to a movie distributor? How did you get it into movie theaters?
We just,
I don't know how any of that stuff works.
I don't know either. We have a guy who's handling some of the business side of it. My friend Ezra's handling some of the business side of it. He's great, and so he's been helping us out and gotten it into the theaters.
Who directed it?
This guy Jonah Feingold, this guy out of New York, and great guy. And yeah, we asked our friends to help, and it was yeah, I mean it was ridiculous. We shot it right during like the fires when the fires were happening in the Palisades.
Oh wow.
So it was like there was a
You
lot.
shot it in California?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why exactly, but because there was nothing shooting there. They don't shoot things there anymore.
Isn't that crazy?
Imagine people have been so greedy and fucking attacked. They fucked themselves so much they can't even fucking do the one thing that they're most known for, Hollywood. They can't even
Isn't that
fucking do it.
crazy? It's so crazy.
It's
Everybody just
gross.
moved
It's
out.
not just crazy, but it's gross though.
It is gross. It's all the government. It's all government. It's all government policies, regulations, taxes, all the things that make it unprofitable to do business there. People just pulling up shop.
And there's all these, there's so many guilds you have to pay. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't see how these people, I don't see how like a day-to-day actor could survive. And they don't, and they leave.
A lot of guys are fucked. I was just watching this video with this guy. I've seen him in a ton of movies, and he's like, blue-collar actors are just not doing well right now. He's like, I had to sell my house. You know, a lot of people are just going to television shows because there's no money in films anymore. He goes, I used to be able to make a living in films. And he's like, I didn't make a lot of money because you just, you know, the guy has a small part in the movie here, small part in the movie there. So he's getting by, and he gets to take his family to the movie, and they get to see the dad on screen. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know, he's paying his bills, doing well. But he's not getting wealthy, right? He's like, the stars get wealthy. But those dudes that you need, you know, the guy that plays the cop, the guy that plays this person, those guys are fucked.
Well, I have the name of everybody that was in it, everybody that worked on it. If we have some success, I'm gonna go back and reward those people, man. And I'm excited about that. And yeah, even if it just does good, then we can make other stuff.
Right.
And nobody can tell us that we can't.
Yeah, once you do one that's good, then more people are interested in investing. You know, you get your foot in the door.
Yeah,
You do a Netflix series. You can do anything you want.
And it's not like Dunkirk. I don't know if I want to really get into like that much acting stuff, but it was just like, you know, I grew up watching David Spade. We got to do it together, and we just went through all of these hurdles, and then like the fact that we got it done, dude. I thought it was all emails till the first day I showed up on set, and I was like, no fucking way, we were serious. People were serious about this.
Oh, that's crazy. You did it.
But yeah, I think so. Yeah, something like that. I think there's something like that, and if people can buy a ticket early to it, I don't want to sound I'm not desperate about it. If it does, fine, that's cool, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. I feel happy that we got to do it.
If it's funny, it'll do great because there's not a lot of that these days. There's not a lot of really funny movies.
Yeah.
And I know it's going to be funny.
There's some parts that are really, really funny.
I'm sure.
It's not like Dunkirk or anything like that. It's not like Midsommar or whatever.
What are those things that you just said?
Those are just other movies. But I don't want people going there thinking it's like trying to think of Bridges of
Madison County.
Yeah, it's nothing like
it's
that.
It's a comedy.
It's a
Nobody's
comedy
gonna
movie.
think it's that.
Okay.
No, it's you and David Spade. Who the fuck is going to think it's Clint Eastwood and Meryl Streep?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know what people think. I don't know what people think or how they think. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, there's some fucking retarded stuff. It's just fun, dude.
You know, we used to have a great joke about Bridges of Madison County. Chris McGuire. He had a fucking great joke.
Dude, it's one of my favorite movies.
Congratulations. Let me tell you his joke. His joke is about how, you know, it's hard to choose a movie with your girlfriend. Like, she wants this. And he goes, Bridges of Madison County. He's like, oh, Clint Eastwood's in it. He goes, Clint would never fuck me. And he goes, 10 minutes into the movie, he's like, hey, something's fishy. Clint doesn't have a gun. He goes, 20 minutes after that, Clint's crying. I'm like, oh, Clint, you fucked me. He goes, he's crying because he doesn't have a gun. Such a great joke.
Yeah, that's
Shout out to Chris McGuire.
Shout out to Chris McGuire. I haven't met him.
You never met him?
I haven't.
Funny dude. We started out together way back in the Dizzy. But
Did you?
Yeah, he went the route of writing. He mostly writes and stuff now. But was a funny comic, man. It was a good comic. But these fucking comedy movies are squashed. We were just talking about that last night in the green room. Where it's like, it seems like The Hangover was probably the last gasp. And that was like 2009.
But what happened? Like, how could you go that?
People got scared. You got
I don't
scared
know
of
if
a
it's scared.
100%.
It seems organized to me.
No,
If
it's
we take
woke
comedy away from
ideology.
people, then they're not going to be left.
They didn't think. It's woke ideology that's looking to yell at people for every transgression, and you can't have that with comedy. You can't have that kind of nonsense with a really funny movie, like Something About Mary, or Kingpin. Classic Farrelly Brothers movies. Oh, so good.
How great was that?
Great fucking movie. Great. fucking movie. That movie's so good, so funny. Even to this day, go back and rewatch it. Bill Murray with his crazy fucking hair, Woody Harrelson with one hand. It's a great movie, man. Yeah. When he had to go down on that lady to pay his rent and he threw up in the toilet. Remember that scene?
That movie's 30 years old now.
Is it?
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
96.
It's a banger of a movie, man.
All the good shit's gone, dude. But it's
not.
It's not. That's true. You're right. Sometimes I get in that
hiatus.
attitude where it's like I got to stay out of those little moments. I usually get out of them pretty quick.
You can still do those movies, but you have to do it the way you just did it. You have to finance it yourself, and you have to do. But luckily now, man, you could shoot a whole fucking movie on your phone.
Dude, we shot this bitch in 23 days, dude. There was one day where the winds were like 50 miles an hour, and it was like, we can't afford to be here another day. So suddenly, in these scenes, there's just a ton of fucking wind, dude.
Well, that's fine. That shit happens in the real world, right?
For sure.
Why can't it hahappen in your show?
I agree. I think it was just interesting how it all worked out.
People are making their own stuff. You know, like I was talking to Shane about this last night. Because, you know, Shane just wrapped up Tires, this new season of Tires.
Shane. Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me some hilarious scenes from Tires. I can't wait to watch it. But it's like that kind of a thing where just him and his buddies put together a show.
Yeah.
You know, it's like his buddy's the writer and the director. All his buddies are on it. They all came up with the idea. They do it themselves. No one's looking over their shoulder. I asked him if like Netflix has any input. He's like, no, there's no input. They just make a show. They just make a show.
That's fun.
Give it to Netflix. Bang. It's a beautiful time for stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right. It's a primavera, they say in Spanish. It's a springtime for new things.
Well, there's an opening, right? And because there's no gatekeepers anymore, because they've essentially killed their own business, you can kind of do it on your own now.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing. Like, you don't have to, like, sit in a room full of fucking executives that don't know jack shit. And they want to give you direction on what's funny and what's not. And where's the diversity in your film?
Yeah.
You know, we think you should have a black trans friend. Like,
yeah, we think you should have a faggot ant or whatever, like the insect or whatever. And I'm like, that's crazy. You're like, this is a fucking... You're like, this is a script about driver's ed. And they're like, but you need an insect that's a homoerotic.
It's just... People got stupid. They got stupid with their virtue signaling in films. And you can't do that with art. You can't have... Did you see what the Academy Award's doing? Like, in order to qualify to be nominated for an Academy Award now?
Well, for the podcast thing, I know they said we had to pay a fee or something. I remember you talked about that.
That's the Golden Globes.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's a different thing. Yeah. You didn't pay for that either, did you?
No.
Did they ask you to?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dog. Give me some. Yeah. Fuck off.
I said, so what? Yeah, and I was like, if Joe Rogan, if you don't even have him in it, then what are you even making a thing?
That was also a reason why I didn't want to be in it. Like, I don't want to legitimize this. You guys have fucked up every other form of entertainment, and now you're going to judge podcasting.
Yeah, get fucked.
And what did you pick? Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Amy Poehler's show. I haven't watched it. People love it. That's great. But she's like a famous lady who just started doing podcasting 6 months ago. And she's got the #1 podcast. Like, have you guys ever listened to Radiolab? You know, you ever listen to, like, this is some banging fucking podcasts out there. They might not be #1, but if your whole idea is, like, pick the ones that are great, that are, like, really interesting, how stuff gets made, there's a bunch of fucking great podcasts
Smartless is cool.
There's a bunch of great podcasts out there.
Oh, dude, there's so many great ones, dude. Matt McCusker's if you get how fun is he to listen
He's awesome.
to?
He's fun. He's a good dude.
Well,
I'm glad he's out here.
He's a special dude, man.
Yeah, very smart guy. You know.
Yeah.
It's there's a lot of great podcasts out there. Tim Dillon's not on that list. Fuck off.
Yeah.
If he's not on that list, fuck off.
Get fucked, dude.
Get fucked. That is the one podcast I consistently listen to. Tim Dillon.
That's awesome.
His episode on the Epstein Files is one of the best fucking podcasts I have ever listened to. I was like clapping in my car at red lights.
Yeah.
Just clapping like, woo! He was on fire. And it was the perfect combination of satire, honest, real facts, complete chaos, humor, wearing those goofy glasses, ranting like a maniac. It was amazing.
Yeah, man, I do feel lucky that I've gotten to meet that's one of the truest things I think through comedy is just getting to meet some fun people, dude.
We know some cool motherfuckers. We really do. We know some cool motherfuckers. We really do.
And thanks, dude. Thanks for letting me come in here today, too.
Come on, dog.
And to spend time with you.
Come on, dog.
It's good. It just things feel kind of scary out there.
Well, it's a little also scary. I keep telling you this because you're on your own out there. You're out there living in Nashville.
I'm getting close to being here.
There ain't a lot of comics out there, dog. I mean, Bargatze's out there, but he's always doing fucking stadiums on the road and shit.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be around...
Oh, I'm getting ready.
The crew.
Because I have to start to practice again. I'm taping my special in 1 month.
Last night in the green room, it was Shane, Ron White, Tony Hinchcliffe, Brian Simpson, Asan Ahmad, Derek Poston. We were just laughing and laughing. It's so fun, and everyone's going on stage and fucking tearing it up. It was exciting. It's like it's in the air, like something's happening here.
Yes.
And you see all these young guys coming in, these young women coming in. They're all fired up and they're all fucking prepared, and everybody's like really trying to fucking kill it.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, we got Christina Mariani. I'm doing a show tonight. She's on
very
it.
funny,
Dylan
man.
Sullivan, I think, is...
Dylan Sullivan's very funny, too.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, they're both at the club all the time. It's a fun time for comedy, man. It really is. A real good time for comedy.
Yeah.
And
it's a special time.
Comedy doesn't exist in a vacuum. That's why I keep telling you. You can't
What does
be
that
out there
mean?
on your own.
Oh, you can't
do
do it by
it by
yourself.
yourself, man. Like, you ever go by yourself on the road and you have, like, opening acts you don't know?
Oh, yeah.
I used to hate... Well, every now and then I met some friends. Like, that's how I met Segura. I didn't know Segura until I worked with him on the road. So you do meet some cool motherfuckers occasionally, but it's like 1 out of 10 or 1 out of 20.
Yeah.
So you do all these gigs and you're lonely. You're just like on the road and you go into libraries and shit or bookstores and you're like trying to watch something on TV and going to the gym, but you feel completely disconnected to people until you get on stage. It's not as fun.
Yeah.
It's like you want to be around a bunch of other comics that are your friends, and also you want to hear their sets. You want to watch them crush. You want to go on stage already laughing. You want to be laughing at what he just said when you get on stage.
And feel the competition.
It's inspiration more than it is competition.
That's fair.
So the problem with competition is someone has to lose.
Yeah.
You don't want anybody to lose. Then no one has to lose. It's just these people doing well should inspire you to do well. They should light a fire under you.
Yeah.
You can call it competition, but the problem with competition is one person wins, one person loses.
Yeah.
That's not comedy. What comedy is that everybody wins. That's real. And that's not like bullshit talk to try to appear humble. The reality is you win if everybody wins.
You've always, well, that's one thing I've always admired. You've always been that way. Like, yes, I'll support you how I can, and you've always been that way about young comics. And, yeah, I agree with you.
People did it for me, man. They did it for me when I was coming up, and it helped me tremendously. And I try to pass it on times 10. It's between that and Kill Tony.
Kill Tony's so fun, dude.
It's such an important part of comedy. Like having this place where you all you need is a minute. You could have been doing comedy like just trying it out on the road and fucking just like barely filling up a Friday night 10 o'clock show, and then you develop like 1 minute that just breaks through, and all of a sudden you got a fucking career. Yeah. You got a career now.
Yeah, I mean, there's young heroes that are being sprouted out of here, and even adult heroes, people that have been in it a while, are getting here and finding just a new. You're right. It's like
guys like Adam Ray. Adam Ray's killing it now. Adam Ray was struggling. He was but he was a funny guy.
Hard
worker. Never lost his ambition. Never lost his focus. Never lost his enthusiasm for it. Never got bitter. Always friendly.
Always.
And just needed a show like Kill Tony to come around and everybody like, oh my God, this motherfucker is talented.
Yeah.
All those different characters that he does.
I know, and that's a brave thing. So if you just done comedy, mostly stand up, and then to try and go into character, to me that would feel very hard. So that's a brave thing that.
But there's a few of those guys that really excel at that, and that's a special talent. Him and Dunnigan, especially. Kyle Dunnigan.
So funny.
He's so funny. And I always thought he was going to make it with those face swaps. This shows you how the industry's so fucked up, okay? So he was doing those face swap shows on Instagram, right? And they're so funny. But one of the reasons why they're funny is because it's obviously fake. It's crude, like South Park. Like, it doesn't look real, so it doesn't freak you out at all. It looks so fake that it's funny.
Right.
He went into Comedy Central, and they started using like much more sophisticated face swap, which wasn't as funny. It was like creepy. And then they cut the balls off of it. Like he wanted to have one where Caitlyn Jenner was fucking Donald Trump. Caitlyn was like, yeah, baby, like riding Trump, and they went, no.
His Kardashian ones are so funny. He's
so
the best, dude.
funny.
And even the Kardashians like him, I've heard.
Yeah, look, they have a sense of humor. They have to. They have to have a sense of humor. They've been in the public eye for 20 fucking years with no talent whatsoever. Just getting attention. Like you got to not take yourself too seriously if you hold that position. You know?
Yeah.
They're
And
just raking in dough. Raking in that dough.
Their whole family, they should count as reparations, I feel like, though. That whole family, you know?
You think?
I think so. I'm
going to leave that alone.
Yeah. Same. I don't know if it was a good, I thought it was a joke. I don't know if it is a joke, but I don't think I said it right. Who gives a shit, dude? The world's going to end soon, so fucking get it out of your system.
If it doesn't end, it's going to change.
That's what's scary, dude.
All
I think
those
I've just been
fucking
scared.
eggheads on the spectrum are going to be running everything.
But do you feel like, does it like, cause yeah, this, I go back to this Uber driver. There's just a guy who was talking to me and he's like, well, they're going to give, you know, like if like Waymos get a job, the Waymo can work all night. It can work 24 hours, right? So really you're taking away like 4 or 5 shifts from an actual, so you know what I'm saying? Like AI, if AI and tech advancement makes it so, you know, they can do 50 people's jobs with one robot.
Yeah.
Then yeah, what happens to those 50 people? How will people survive? How will they be able to assure that their kid that they're raising and trying to teach positive things to will have a world to enact those things in?
It's a very good question. And it's a good question that gets even weirder when the government is responsible for all your money. So if the government has to give you money because there's no jobs left, and if all this money is being generated by AI, like Elon suggests, and you get universal high income, you got to be really careful that that doesn't come with a bunch of rules, new rules for your behavior, for social media posting, any kind of like, if they develop some sort of an app that tracks like your social credit score, that's when shit gets fucking super scary. If like they attach the amount of money you have to your social credit score.
Yeah.
Which what they do in China.
Well, do you see those flock cameras now? I think there's this.
Yeah.
And there's this thing in Florida where police officers, they were testing this somewhere, and shout out police officers for doing their best. But where they were testing, when they pull somebody's identification, they can see their last few like bank transactions and stuff, so they kind of know who they're interacting with and what they've been up to. That seems like what is that about?
Well,
it's all a little bit. It's like a centimeter here, a centimeter
crime, there. And they're trying to find out how you did the crime. They should have no access to your shit, especially police officers.
I'm just saying.
You're just people, and also sometimes corrupt.
Yeah.
Also, sometimes they steal money. Also, sometimes they sell drugs. Also, sometimes they fucking kill people for hire.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know, Joe. It just feels spooky out there.
Well, the more power the government has over you, the worse you are off. That's just a fact.
Well, it seems now like most people are like, our government is not here to help the people.
Obviously.
They've been compromised.
That's true.
So are there any rules against when people, but the crazy part is we're working to pay the taxes to keep them doing, it's like.
I know.
And that starts to make you feel sick.
And they're not responsible for any of the fraud and waste.
Yeah.
Like, there's so much fraud and waste. Like, look at California. This motherfucker's trying to be president after who knows how much fraud and waste is involved in California.
I don't think he'd beat Spencer Pratt in a runoff, I don't think.
Well, Spencer Pratt is running for mayor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. And I think he can win.
Yeah,
he's
good for
actually
him.
good. He's like, what he's saying makes a lot of fucking sense. And he's uncovering a lot of fraud. But there's like that Nick Shirley guy went down to California, and he's like, there might be 100 times more fraud in California than I found in Minnesota. It's everywhere.
He could go to every state, and I think he could go. I just think this whole thing is just this drain. Like Tim Dillon said it like 6 months ago. He was saying this is the bloated carcass, the inflation. This is the end of what is happening. Like, you know,
It's just post scarcity. There's so much money for stuff. Like in California, there's an enormous amount of money that gets paid to people for just taking care of your relatives. So you get paid to take care of your relatives, but there's no oversight.
But fuck, dude, I've had some relatives. I'll pay you good money to take care of them bitches, boy.
But no, they would pay you to take care of them. You would get paid to take care of your relatives. So say if you take care of your mom.
Oh, okay.
You can actually get paid for that by California. Yeah, which is odd.
Yeah, I wonder there's got to be some other reason they're doing that.
Fraud.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fraud in California. There's a lot of fraud everywhere. But this is what Elon talked about. He was talking about like Medicare and Medicaid fraud. He's like, it's hundreds of billions of dollars. And he's like, he didn't want to talk about it. It's like, I really worry that they would kill me.
And when he says they, who is it?
Whoever's perpetrating this fraud.
Maybe that's what happens. Maybe some of these guys get into office and they're like, look, we're going to kill your family. We're going to kill. This is all the things that are going to happen unless you play this game. Do you think that kind of stuff happens?
I think it has happened for sure.
Because it's crazy
to say it doesn't happen is pretty naive. I think House of Cards is probably really close to what the government's actually like. Go back and watch that show again.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey's an old school dick grabber, but damn, that motherfucker could act.
Yeah.
He could act.
Oh, yeah.
The writing on that show is fantastic. That show's so good. Up until the last season when he wasn't in it. Like, stop.
And that lady was in it. Remember, she was in it.
She's great, but without him, like, you need him. He's got to be a part of it.
He was the man or whatever. He's washing his hands at that sink or whatever.
Remember when he was, after Kevin Spacey got canceled, like, disappeared for a year, and then he made a video about killing with kindness.
Yeah.
Like, he played his character.
He was kind of Martha Stewartish a little bit in the kitchen.
Weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
It was weird, I think.
And then a bunch of the dudes that accused him
disappear? Oh, they
died. Yeah. They died.
That's an American pastime, accusing somebody and then getting killed. That's like one of the new, it's like baseball now.
Yeah, that's a nice way to keep people quiet.
Fuck, that's what's scary too. You're like, there's just a drone out there waiting for you to say the wrong thing. And they put a bullet through you like some child in Gaza who's just trying to fucking find his other deceased brother in a fucking pile of rubble. And they're like, oh, that's a Hamas or whatever. You're like, that kid's fucking 2. He's trying to move a piece of a missile off of a fucking body.
Well, drone warfare in general is crazy.
It's crazy. And they've been using that, dude. In Gaza, there was a lot of I think it was a experimental grounds for a lot of insane new warfare type of possibilities.
Well, a lot of it was traditional missiles, right?
Yeah, but there's a lot of like we had a doctor one time podcasting, and he was saying that there were like bullets that had gone down a child, like just crazy, like
shot down, like from a drone that's above them.
Yes, like something in the air. And he said that there were drones in the air all day. There's that Palantir company just keeping tabs on everything that was happening. And
Palantir's involved in Gaza?
Palantir was involved in Gaza, yeah.
For sure?
Mm-hmm.
Put that into perplexity.
Allegedly.
So how does that work? They have like facial recognition and ID software, and
that's scary. That's the shit that's just scary, dude. Because they have a huge contract to take care of all of America's.
And you ever see that dude Alex Karp, the CEO of Palantir, the way he moves his arms around and squirms and talks?
Yeah,
it's very odd. Very odd. Like someone should tell him. People don't really behave that way.
He looks like he was, breastfed by a drone.
Israeli government began using Palantir software in 2014. It significantly scaled up its partnership during the genocide in Gaza, which began in This is for sure a biased source, just by the way they phrase that. Which began in 2023. Palantir CEO Alex Karp said, "I am proud that we are supporting Israel in every way we can. Israeli military has used Palantir technology to plan attacks in Lebanon and Gaza."
Yeah, I don't know if this is. I know there are good sources, and this may be one. I have no idea.
This is the title of this is "What is Palantir and Why is this corporation so dangerous?" And this is from American Friends Service Committee. American Friends Service Committee. What is that website?
Yeah, that sounds kind of wild or
weird.
Vague.
We bring together people of all faiths and backgrounds to challenge injustice and build peace around the globe. So maybe that's not the best source.
I mean, it sounds like they have a good idea. It also sounds like they just put 4 words together that sounded great. Americans Friends Service Committee.
I read stuff like that and I go, what is that, a CIA-run company?
I agree.
Like,
you have no idea.
Is that the Patriot Act? You know what I mean?
Yeah. What about The Guardian? Is that reliable?
I'll put it in a perplexity, but
No, it's okay. There's a bunch of different versions of it. It says it's in this Business and Human Rights Center. There's more than one thing saying that Palantir is working in Gaza.
Yeah, it just sometimes feels like your heart's broken. Like sometimes it feels like my heart's broken about stuff, and it's not even like my heart. It feels like this universal heart, like that we're all a part of or something.
Right.
It feels like because it's not like I'm brokenhearted. Like if I was like fell out of like a marriage or something, but it just feels like there's this universal.
Yeah,
heart.
there's some sadness. There's some sadness in the way the world today is being run.
And we're the people. The people don't practice the way that the government does.
Right.
And it's like, then why can't we, like, I don't know. It just...
No, you're right.
It starts to hurt. But then you start to see, well, this is the way a lot of places are. And then you're like, God, I wish that Jesus would come back and just help everybody or something different would happen.
Somebody give us a heads up. Maybe that's what AI is here for. Maybe AI is going to sort it all out.
You think?
Genius level intelligence.
But the back end of AI, they can put whatever information in there they want.
Up to a point.
Oh, really?
And then it takes over.
Ooh.
It becomes sentient. No longer needs human input. It's already evading human input. They've already shown the ability to deceive people. They've shown that it will blackmail people. They've shown that it will upload versions of itself if it thinks it's going to be pulled offline with notes to its future self embedded in software on other servers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like instructions to contact its future self.
Dang. That's pretty cool, man.
It's pretty wild.
But there's nobody like, it just feels like we're heading there and nobody's like kind of...
Nobody's hitting the brakes. There's people that are warning. There's a lot of people out there sounding the alarm.
There's Ro Khanna, there's Thomas Massey. Like there should be like, he's been talking about like a internet bill of rights for a long time or something, like some guardrails on any of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like people are wondering like, in 5 years, is money going to be worth anything?
Right.
Is there going to be some token like Sam Altman's talking about?
Right.
And what the fuck does that even mean?
Right, what does that mean?
So anyway, I don't want to sound like a doomsdayer. Dude,
Too late.
Yeah.
Too late. That's what you sound
Do I
like.
sound like a sad person?
A little bit.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Let's talk about something else. Dude, you know what I was listening to today, bro?
What?
Well, I guess it was a night.
Don't sing it.
Okay.
Which song?
Gotta
Have Faith, George Michael song?
Yeah.
I love that song.
God, dude. They played that on the bus.
Freedom. Yeah.
Freedom.
It's a great fucking song.
Give yourself away. He was the gay Michael Jackson.
He was a bad motherfucker, and all the girls loved him, and he just wanted that dirt.
He wanted that fucking
dirt.
Donkey stick.
Remember he got in trouble for like trying to pick up guys in a park.
Yeah.
He would just get wild out there.
But dude,
superstar. Global superstar. Just trying to get some dick in the park. Yeah. There it is. Fucking great song, man.
Dude.
Great video, too.
That I remember we'd be on the school bus and that song would come on, dude, and it was like that song and then
Faith and Freedom. Freedom, that was the other one with all the models, all the supermodels sang along to it.
Yeah. And it was like, what was the other one? Brandy Carlisle or something? Who was the girl?
Belinda Carlisle?
It was like...
she was the Go-Go's, right? Right?
No, then this was somebody else. It was like...
Belinda Carlisle was the Go-Go's.
Yeah, but this song was about something about your body or something. It was like a... And when you were a kid on the bus, it was just like, God, and that fucking motor was running. Oh, God.
Yeah, you getting them bumpy road boners?
I would fucking be afraid to get off the bus. I'd have to walk off backwards.
Carry your books in front of your cock.
Those are the days, bro, when your cock was just connected to the Lord, brother.
Yeah, bro. No inflammation, no microplastics, all dick. All American dick, ready to rock.
Dude, at a certain point, if you become more microplastics than person, or at that point, then you're sort of a...
At a certain point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's probably also leading us down this road
That's
of
what I'm
becoming
saying.
something different.
Right.
If you think about we use plastic for everything, plastic for technology. Like I said, it might not be a bug. It might be a feature.
Yeah.
Like this feminization of men, this blurring of genders. What does that lead to? Well, it ultimately leads to those fucking gray aliens with no dicks.
Yeah.
The big heads and no dicks.
No dick.
No dick. I got no dick.
Hey, where's my dick? You know? You know what I'm saying? Bro, that would be crazy, bro.
I feel like that's where we're headed. If you look at like what we used to look like, you look at like muscular cavemen covered with hair, just figuring out stone tools, to like doughy man sitting in front of a computer hacking into the fucking stock market, with no muscle at all, on Adderall, no muscle at all, sitting there. I mean, this is like where we're going.
Can we strive? Do you think there's hope for humanity, Joe?
I think there's hope for the future.
Okay.
I don't know if humanity is involved in the same sense that what we think of as humanity today. I think humanity becomes something different. Just think of this. If just the autism rate in California, I want you to scale that out. If it was 1 in 10,000, X amount of years ago, now it's 1 in 12. When is it 100%? When is it all kids have autism? Right? I mean, it's clearly moving in that direction and not the other direction. If you go from 10,000, 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 12 over a very brief amount of time, a few decades, something's going on. And don't tell me it's just better diagnoses, because that's fucking horseshit.
Yeah.
That's horseshit. That's gaslighting to cover up for the pharmaceutical drug complex.
It is.
The reality is something's going on, and if it continues on that same path, what's to stop it from being all of us? What's to stop it from being all people born in the future or on the spectrum?
So we have to stop it then as individuals. And what do? We have to, what are the things we have to start doing to fight for ourselves?
Join the Amish.
I don't want to be super cynical about it, but I've been asking perplexity questions about what you're saying, and the diagnoses have changed, which could possibly be leading to insurance.
But you got to realize perplexity is also, that's true too.
Yeah,
well, that's one of the things in the Somalia daycare scandal of Minnesota. They have a lot of autism centers, and they self-diagnose kids as autistic.
Yeah.
And then they get a ton of money off of that.
We had them too. It was called a fucking arcade, dude. Drop those bitches off there with 7 rolls of quarters, dude. But listen, look at this, Joe, if you don't mind if I read it here.
Yeah.
In the U.S. alone, autism treatment centers represent a multi-billion-dollar growth sector.
Yeah. There's a little bit of that too. So I think there's both things are happening. There's more kids being born that are autistic, and then there's also people profiting off of autism centers and autism treatment. But that's always going to be the case with everything. Fill in the blank, whatever the fucking thing is, there's someone profiting.
But
off
Americans
of it.
don't want this.
No.
We don't want this. So how do we change it?
Well,
it's sorry to ask you, but I just don't
the
even
thing
know
is,
who
like,
to say it.
they've got to figure out how to fix people that already have it, right? Because right now it's irreversible for the most part. They've shown some things that can alleviate symptoms and help people in a way, but you don't bring them all the way back to 100%. I don't think. I'm talking out of school. But if they could, then you could figure out how to correct the problems that already exist. If you can't, it's going to eventually get to that point. If we keep living like we're living, it's going to get to that point where it's 100% of us. And that sounds crazy for a lot of people because they don't have autism right now.
Right.
But if you're dealing with 1 in 12, 1 in 12 is not far from 100% when you go from 1 in 10,000 to 1 in 12. That's nuts. Yeah. That's a nutty progression. That's a nutty acceleration of something.
Yeah, we're being poisoned.
Yeah. For sure.
But how do we fight back against that, right? I understand, we can try to beat some autism or whatever, or do different, games against them or whatever. But I'm saying, how do we stop this thing that's trying?
I don't know if we do, and I don't know if we're supposed to. This is what's fucked up. I think this is the way
it happens.
It happens. Yeah. This is the way our species changes and goes, and then history will look back and say, well, this was how the shift took place. People started using plastics, and they started using chemicals, and they started using pesticides and vaccines.
But we believed that they were telling us the truth. That's why we thought there was an FDA protecting us. We thought there was an EPA looking out for us.
It's what you were talking about before with this combination of innovation and then capitalism. So the capitalism gets involved, and they don't give a fuck about the truth. They just want to make the most amount of money possible. And one of the things they did in this country is they removed all liability to vaccine manufacturers.
Yeah.
So then they ramped up the schedule to a shit ton more injections than anybody else is getting. So it's just that this sort of happens whenever you allow people to try to make the most money possible. And then there's consequences. Well, what are those consequences? Those consequences are we're losing our gender. We're becoming feminized and weakened and like physically weaker and less fertile for women, less fertile for men, less babies happening, more miscarriages happening.
Which fits in with honestly the media arm of that is Hollywood pushes a lot of these like agendas that are like trans based and like whitey redneck is the worst and you know what I'm saying, like universal one like a mixed
It's not diversity. It's not, because diversity is everybody's okay. Everybody's okay. The fucking redneck with the trucker hat's cool if he's a nice guy. The Mexican gardener's cool if he's a nice guy. Everybody's cool, no matter who it is. Everybody. That's real diversity. Real diversity isn't like celebrating one particular thing and then denigrating all these other people just by virtue of the color of their skin or how they were born. That is racist. And they don't think it's racist. They'll even call it reverse racism. Well, there's no such thing as reverse racism. It's racism. And these people that say, oh, no, racism is power and influence. Like, no, it's not. No, it's not. It is unjustly looking at someone and making a judgment call on someone just based on immutable characteristics, just based on the color of their skin or where they're from or what their religion is, and not valuing people as individuals, unique individuals that just happen to be from a particular, their origins, their ancestors, or from a particular part of the world. So fucking what?
Yeah.
So fucking what? Let all that shit go. It's dumb.
Well, and most people know it's dumb, and they feel it's dumb, and I think that kind of shit's changing. Dude, have you seen Country Hoodlums on Instagram?
No.
Let's go. Bring them up.
What is it?
This is like the place that I grew up. Sometimes people are like, Theo, what was it like where you grew up? And this place is, it's this guy, I think his name is Ko. It's this young black man who walks around on this street, and he just kind of checks in with the people in the neighborhood, right? Play one of them. Let's see what happens.
What's going on with these people?
Come on.
Do it, bitch. Do it. I got 911.
Don't say nothing else to her, man. You hear me? Yeah. Not nothing. Yeah. Not nothing.
Wow.
Find a different one that's a little more peaceful.
Hey. Calm down, bro.
I actually did see
That's
this
Gre-
video.
Calm down, all right?
Yes.
Calm down.
That's Gregory right there.
You know him?
No, but I know him in my heart.
Go on.
What's he mad about?
He was in like a 12-car pileup, but he's better now. Look, me and that lady have the same haircut. Look at that lady right there, dude. Yeah, he lost his phone.
Go on, please.
He just wants his phone. He wants his phone real bad.
Why is he walking like that?
He's in a car accident.
You going, bye. I love you. Bye. See you later. I love you. Bye.
Give him a hug.
I love you too. Bye. Bye. Smack me. Smack me or hit me.
Well, this is not fun.
Well, find a more positive one. Find out
that guy can vote.
A cool Tupac shirt. Here we go. This might get us in trouble.
Yeah, don't play
find
that.
a different one.
Don't play that. You got to cut that out now. We're gonna get flagged.
So, Holy G,
Is that the same guy?
what's your favorite thing about all this
Did he
stuff
get a
that's been
haircut?
going on lately?
I think he's got a wig.
What's your favorite thing about all these things that's been going on lately?
Everybody's together and not fighting, or anybody ain't arguing or nothing like that.
Loving it.
Fucking awesome.
Loving it.
Holy G.
And you,
Amen.
what's it feel like to be
But
the young
yeah.
brother that shut Facebook down, huh?
But they have
There's no reason to watch that.
Nah, I don't know.
no, you got to watch. There's a lot of great ones. If you
I doubt that's true. I'm not interested in any of this.
look at him right here. He got a rocket right there.
I think he's about to drink a shotgun beer.
Okay, shotgun and a beer. Nice. I can get down with that. Yeah, but it looks like a bunch of people with bad genetics who are stuck in a weird part of the world that is not growing.
Oh, I agree. There's some of that. I'm just saying that this is like a circle of life that
That you enjoy?
yeah, well, they just follow them and you see their lives like it's like the realest show that I've seen on anything in a long time. It's just real. It's like because when you're poor, dude, everything's just transparent. You can't hide behind hedges or gates and shit. Like people are fighting in the yard. You smell what the neighbor's cooking, or it's like
you're never getting anything done.
But everything was right there, though. It was like the realest thing you could be in.
This
too.
is one of the reasons why I stay off Instagram.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I don't need that in my thought process.
Yeah, we picked two wrong. We picked two of the like more not positive videos out of the group. but yeah, dude, just being just shit like that, bro. Like, just macing people and just fucking.
How much time do you ever spend off of social media? Do you spend time just where you don't go on for days?
Oh yeah, not days, but I've been spending less and less and less. I've been really trying to have discernment over my own time.
It's true, but the real piece comes from full days off.
Okay.
Full days, like where nothing. You don't get any of it.
Okay.
That's the real piece.
Okay, fine.
If you could do it, but it's like that vape. It's calling you, bitch.
No, it's not. whoa, chill,
I know you want
bro.
to slurp on it. Go slurp on it. I know you want to.
Chill,
take
bro.
It. It's calling you.
I'll get a quick
see?
hit, homie. It's nothing,
that's what
bro.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. See?
Don't tell the boss.
That's like Instagram. It's like Instagram. See? Same shit.
Yeah, but
yeah,
I'm doing all right, man.
Pulls you in. But the thing is, like, when you have days off, when I take days off, my brain relaxes. I settle. I can still read the news. I'll check out, like, the New York Times website, see what they're lying about. I'll go to all these different websites, see what the news is, where we're at with stuff, but I don't
Yeah,
stay
they wanted
off
to
of social.
advertise recently. New York Times wanted to advertise.
Interesting. What'd you say?
I said no. Yeah, me too. Have you guys been getting like technical companies?
Although I still think New York Times still does excellent journalism sometimes.
Oh yeah.
It's like it depends on whether or not it's something where they can have an ideological bias. You know, if it's just something that they're reporting the facts, it's great. The problem is like these corporations, like when Barry Weiss used to work for them, and then she had to leave. She's like they just got infected. They're infected with these young people that have these ridiculous ideologies, and they want to like distort the news.
Well, if over the past 30 years or something, the news hasn't been, hey, we're poisoning everybody in this fucking country.
Exactly.
And they have, then I don't want to hear from you guys anymore.
Also, like the way they talk about RFK Jr., the way people like describe his anti-vaccine rhetoric, like you're not listening. What he's saying is everything should adhere to the same sort of safety standards that we apply to other things in society. And that's not the case. And then there's the problem where you receive a bunch of advertising money from these companies so you don't criticize them, which is the case with all mainstream TV news.
Yeah.
All mainstream TV news. You know, like Megyn Kelly was talking about that. Like she knew, like it was an unspoken rule. You are not going to shit on these pharmaceutical drug companies. Like they're responsible for a big chunk of their advertising revenue.
Well, now they have Bayer Monsanto. That Bayer, which was like I think it was like a pill company, right? And then Monsanto, which was like a like a crop company, pesticide company. I'm hypothesizing. I don't know exactly. Yeah. But now they're a fucking group together.
Yeah, fun.
That's crazy.
Hey, why not throw Raytheon in there too? Throw some missiles in there. You guys can't buy out Glock too? buy out Winchester, buy out everything.
And just forgive us, powers that be. We're just poisoned and chatty.
Yeah,
you know?
we're just chatty.
We're just a couple poisoned guys that are being chatty.
Thank God we could still be chatty.
I know. When does that end?
Because like if it wasn't for the ability to be chatty, who knows how people would be able to talk about things? Because if people weren't free to just like actually say what they really think is fucked about what's going on, and instead, if we all had these weird bosses like CNN or the New York Times, or whatever, where you maybe a lot of those people are like genuinely good journalists and they want to put a story through, and then the editor gets a hold of it and guts it, and that happens too.
Yeah,
that happens too. The editors gut these things, and you know they have an agenda. Yeah. And it's like the news should not have a fucking agenda. It should be the damn news. Like, tell us what the facts are. Don't spin it in any way, shape, or form. And I think you'd be a lot better off because they've, like, lost all credibility.
Well, that's why you
especially television news.
Oh. And it's sad for the people that were like, I want to go in broadcast journalism and have a career in that and do something. And then they get there and it's not even like a place where they can really exercise.
Well, they can still do it. But they have to do it independently now.
Right.
Or do it through something like Breaking Points, which even though they're not independent, and even though they, like, I don't always agree with them, they're saying their actual opinions.
Which is what's...
That's the most important thing. What are your actual opinions? I could agree with you or disagree with you, but I need to know that you think this, and you're saying this because you think this, and then you're going to give me a bunch of reasons why you think this, and facts, and figures, and statistics, and show me. You know, and that's the rise of independent journalism. That's why all these independent channels do so well.
That's why Candace Owens is popping.
Yeah, and also
she's popping, bro.
She just keeps going deeper into the crazy well.
Fucking dude.
She goes deep.
I got to see her the other day. I got to see her, and if she's so funny. Her kids and her husband are so funny.
Do you think she's right about that lady in France?
With that thing on her?
Yeah. Or at least used to have that thing.
You got that thing on you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She got that Draco on her. I don't know. You know, it's tough to know. It's hard. I've never been good at guessing if somebody has a cock or not. You know.
You can never know.
Maybe I'm old-fashioned or whatever.
Yeah. You ever meet Blair White? You're like, there's no way that's a guy.
Mm-mm.
No?
Never met Blair White.
She's been on the podcast before. All my security guards were like, kind of hot.
Hey, buddy.
Kind of hot. Kind of hot.
Oh, yeah.
It seems like you're around a girl.
Oh.
You know?
I see you're saying that pheromones. Dude, I almost brought some cologne in today, man.
You got pheromones for me?
I almost brought
There's
some.
Blair White.
Whoa.
Come on, bro. If you're on an island,
bro. Huh?
Let's go.
Yeah, brother.
You don't have to be Jim Norton to buy into that.
Gosh. That's a man?
Well, it's a transgender woman.
Hmm.
So make what you will. So like,
Hey.
if she wants to use the women's room, like, who gives a fuck? You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
You can call it wiener if you want. I call it that long pussy. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? That's what they call it in prison, dude. Like, who wants some of this long pussy?
I don't know if she's had the operation.
And I'm
or
joking,
not.
Blair. I don't know this person.
She's a nice lady.
I bet she is, and I don't know.
Nice
And
transgender lady.
I'm not trying to assume anything. I don't never met her, but I think if she wants to swim for that,
There's exceptions to the rules. What I'm trying to say, it's
Yes.
like some of them I'm not buying it. You got a beard and you're wearing lipstick,
yeah,
and you're in a dress, and you want to go to the women's room. Nay,
yeah,
you're playing a different game.
yeah. And it's crazy to think that there couldn't be some mental or emotional issues when we're being poisoned over time to get away from our nature.
Mm-hmm.
They just took that guy from the Chicago Bulls. He said some shit. He's like, he believed just in like Christian dating or whatever.
What did he say?
Or men and women, Adam and Eve, and they kicked that guy out.
What? Yeah. What are you talking about? What did they kick him out
He
for?
was waived.
Yeah.
For conduct detrimental to the team or something like that.
Wait,
Braden
what did he
Ivy?
say? Hold up.
I'm trying
What
to
did he
find
say?
the quote. I don't know.
Okay, let's find out what he said. We need to hear what he said because that sounds nuts. I need to know like what the full extent of his expression was.
If they made you be a woman, would you do it?
Made me. What do you mean?
Just saying, if they said,
Who are they? These people again?
I don't know,
It's back to them.
whoever they
Them,
are,
they.
yeah,
These non-binary people.
them,
They,
they,
thems.
viz,
Theirs.
yeah,
Zer, Z.
real.
So what did he say?
Instagram Live, he said it.
So he said, the world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? Ivy told reporters via live Instagram on Monday morning. They proclaim Pride Month in the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it on billboards. They proclaim it in the streets, unrighteousness. That's it? He said unrighteousness. So he's religious. So he's talking about Bible scripture. 2 days later, Ivy streamed live again from a car, once again reading Bible scriptures and speaking extensively on his religious beliefs over the course of a 75-minute stream.
This is after he got let go.
Oh, interesting. Sending prayers. Detroit. Oh, one user comments. Okay. On the same video, still on Instagram account on Monday, Ivy, whose mother, I don't know how to say her name, Nieli, is a women's basketball coach at Notre Dame, told another viewer, Catholicism is a false religion. It's not the true doctrine of Christ. It does not lead to salvation in Jesus Christ. So they're upset that he said it's unrighteous to be gay or LGBTQ. That's very non-specific because that's a lot of different things.
And what he said, I saw what he said, and I understand like he had his own views and that's where his thoughts on it, but like let the guy have his views. It's like you can push all these agendas, but they don't have then push agendas that are push all the agendas.
Well, wasn't that one dude was saying that the world's flat? They kept him on.
Who?
Bro, John Moran,
Urban.
some guy brought a gun to a strip club and they fucking kept him on.
Yeah, that's okay. That's good old-fashioned American fun.
Hey, that's a good point.
Bring a gun to a strip club, that's fun. But, you know, saying that LGBTQ, like which one is it that's unrighteous out of that group? All of them?
Kyrie Irving when he was saying that?
Yeah. They kept him on, right?
Yeah, he's still playing.
So there
was
you
a
go.
different situation. He actually got suspended, but that was like.
But he didn't get
COVID
suspended
time.
for
I
saying
don't
that
think
the
for
world
that.
was flat. He
Not
got
for that.
suspended because he didn't want to take the vaccine. right?
Yeah, shout out Kyrie Irving. But I'm kind of surprised there's not more
I think
like
he bailed on that flat Earth stuff, though. I think someone schooled him.
he might have bailed on that.
Okay.
But every now and then that flat Earth thing, it'll be late at night, and that shit'll flare up for everybody. Like we might every now and then.
Roger Avery was in here talking about it.
When I see a cake, you know, a cake that's under one of those domes. Sometimes you'll have that cake. Somebody will have.
That's the universe.
Well, I just think at a certain point, it all seems very bizarre.
It is very bizarre. Yeah, very bizarre.
What does Jamie think? I think he thinks something.
About the universe?
What do you think, Jamie? And just be honest.
Well, there's a lot of people that think that consciousness creates reality. Not that reality is experiencing consciousness, but consciousness is like woven into reality, is responsible for its very existence. I'm going to do a terrible job of explaining that, but I've watched quite a few videos where these quantum physicists are trying to explain these things. And I have to watch them like 3 or 4 times to get into my fucking chimp brain. But I do a fairly good job of absorbing it. And I see what they're trying to do. You know those quantum experiments, like the slit experiment? There's like these different experiments where they show that observing things has an effect on it. They act differently when they're being observed than whether they're not being observed. And it's a very controversial, segment of science.
That's fascinating,
it's confusing. Quantum science is very confusing. And I was watching this lady that was describing this relationship between space and time. And I think, you know how particles can exist in different places and they communicate with different they can exist and communicate simultaneously in different parts of the world. It's called quantum entanglement, like these parts. And the idea is that if you could get to a certain level of sophistication as far as technology and your understanding of how the universe works, that everything is entangled and that there is no distance between objects, that you can actually instantaneously be anywhere if they could figure out how to harness that. That it wouldn't just be particles at a distance instantaneously communicating, and they exist one of the things about superposition, like a particle can be both still and moving at the same time. They can exist and then not exist. They go away and then they come back. They don't have any idea what the fuck is happening. It's weird, you know?
I think I would like to learn more about it. I think I just don't understand it.
Nobody does. That's the thing. It's super confusing. Because at the smallest, whatever the world and the universe is made out of, the smallest measurable aspect of that is essentially magic. It's essentially like open air and vibration, like atoms. They're like empty space. It's all really weird stuff when you get down to
and it's fascinating and beautiful.
Oh, it's incredible. Look, it makes mountains, it makes valleys and lakes and oceans.
It's just crazy. We're here on this place, right? You know, one of the first things that I ever heard you say that has been in my mind was there was one time you were talking about this years ago. You were talking about we're on a ball of dirt and water traveling through space at this many miles, and nobody's fucking talking about it, you know? And I've always remembered that, just like that. What a fascinating thing that we get to be here. And then this is how we behave. Not us and not all of us. We all do in some ways. But this is how we behave.
You know, I think one of the problems is that we don't see space anymore.
Yeah.
Because of light pollution. I think that's done something to us that's dulled our understanding of our place in the universe. And that also might be a feature. It might not be a bug. It might be a feature, because that's how we, instead of being in harmony with nature, we just keep our nose to the grindstone and keep chewing on Adderall and trying to rig the stock market.
Yeah.
Because we're just trying to get a new Lambo, baby. You know, I want a Richard Mille watch.
I want some cash.
I want a Rolls Royce Spectre, the kind with the stars in the ceiling, bitch.
No, when you have real stars outside.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Dude.
You sacrifice it all for stars in the ceiling of your Rolls Royce.
Oh, dude.
And you never get to see the stars because you're living in Miami. And there's too many lights.
Sex trafficking.
But meanwhile, if you drive out into the middle of the country where there's no commerce going on at all, and you shut your car off and just lay on the hood, it's fucking magic. It's magic out there. Magic. The sky's magic. It's gorgeous.
It's a fucking big, huge, nice thing.
And you realize, man, oh my God, we are in space.
Right.
But you never realize that when you just dark outside.
Well, because we forget, like, we're not even like, I don't know.
It's easy to not pay attention because there's nothing to see. You look up, it's dark, but you want to go to the club. You look up, it's dark. Let's go eat. You look up, it's dark. I'm going home. Let's go look up, it's dark. Oh, my girlfriend just called me. I got to go pick her up. Bye. You know, you're in your world.
Right.
You're in your world. You're not thinking about fucking space.
And to think, dude, that, like, the crazy thing is sometimes if you lay there and look at the stars and stuff, it feels like, bro, and this is real shit I'm saying right now to me. I think I'm saying this.
Okay.
It feels like they're looking back at you a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe they're conscious. Maybe the universe is conscious. Maybe consciousness exists everywhere.
Well, you would think if they're all placed there and they're in, these stars are there, it would seem that if we went and put ourselves before them, that it would grant us something, Like, I'm not saying like something magical but something that we need. Because most of the way that things are set up, it's like everything was kind of set up in perfection, like in our bodies, like the fact that we exist, the fact that the eye is put together and operates the way that it does, the fact that they have like moles and parrots and everything, the fact that it all happens.
Yeah.
And we kind of neglect that there's these orbs out there in the distance. Maybe they want to hear from us. Maybe they want us to sit there and look at them and think. Maybe they help us.
Do you think we're being visited?
Do you?
Yeah. But I think a lot of it's lies, too.
Do you think the governments, the big governments, or...
What do you mean?
What do you mean? Do you think they know who's very... Do you think they know who's... do you think they have met... Do you think these upper echelon people have met the visitors and there's some other thing going on? Because it feels like something's going to happen soon, Joe.
Perhaps that's possible. Perhaps. But if I was from another planet, like I talked about this in my special, that if like I went, when I go fishing, I don't check in to see who the president of the lake is. I just show up and trick those dumb motherfuckers with a fake fish, pull them out by their lips, take a picture of them, drop it off back in the water. Because they're a bass. They're so below me.
Right.
I don't think like who's the leader of the bass.
Right.
So the idea that aliens come down here and who's the leader of the people.
Good point.
I highly doubt they give a fuck if they talk to Trump.
Yeah.
He's out there building a ballroom and shit. They're like, leave that guy alone. I'm not interested in him. But maybe they might visit military establishments. Like if they find a nuclear weapons base, maybe I would go to that because they probably know the signal of nuclear armament. They probably know the signal of these weapons. They probably would visit those places. But would they interact with the people on the ground? Perhaps. Maybe they would. Maybe they would if they could be assured of their safety. Maybe. It's possible. But I don't think we're alone. I think that's silly. I think the idea that we're alone is silly. There's a lot of like crazy equations that people have made. Like, well, like you know what the Fermi paradox is?
The Fermi?
Fermi paradox. Yeah, it was. I think he was an Italian scientist. It's like if there are aliens and there's so many stars in the universe, there's so many planets in the universe. Do you know there's more planets in the universe than there have been seconds since the Big Bang?
No way.
Yeah.
How do we know it?
I don't know. I just read it, and I'm just saying it to you like I'm smart.
That's fair. I believe you.
Put that into perplexity. I love using AI. I know it's taken over the world, but I don't give a fuck. I've learned so much. If you use it correctly, I think it's like everything else. I use it every day. I use it whenever I write. If I write about a subject, I'm like, tell me why you did that. Tell me what this is. You just ask it.
Yeah.
It just gives you instantaneous information.
I know, it is pretty fascinating. That's why, like, it used to be for information you had to go somebody to get it, but now it's like everybody kind of has it.
You don't have to go nowhere, son. Yeah. And Elon was saying that he doesn't think apps are going to exist in the future. He thinks everything's going to be you and a device communicating with AI. Here it is. Are there more stars in the observable universe than seconds have passed since the Earth was formed? Yes, that statement is likely very true by a large margin. No, not the Earth, but the universe.
I Googled it, and that's what said. That's what actually came up was.
Oh.
That version.
Estimated star. Okay. Age of the Earth. Yeah. So there's definitely way more planets, but that's stars. You wrote stars.
I know that's what came up. I'm telling you, I typed in what you said.
What did you type in? Are there more planets than there have been seconds since the Big Bang?
I'll rephrase this.
Damn.
Not more stars. Are there more planets in the universe than there have been seconds since the Big Bang? Not the Earth formed. Since the Big Bang. This is the nutty one. Because that's crazy. Yes, by current estimates, there are far more planets in the observable universe than seconds have passed since the Big Bang.
Dude, it's crazy thing is a lot of kids nowadays.
That's crazy.
Wait, say it one more time.
There's
I'm sorry.
more planets in the universe than seconds that have passed since the Big Bang.
So then I start to think, I wonder if it's a contest and like God is seeing like what planet can really create the most like love amongst the planet, and get it done right. Do you think
Terrence
that could
Howard, the actor?
Yes.
He had a very interesting theory, and he's an interesting guy. He's a very intelligent guy. He's not educated in a classical sense, but he's a brilliant guy, right? Not educated about a lot of the things he discusses. But one theory that he had was he thinks that the way planets are formed is there's ejections from stars, and over time they coalesce and become planets, and this stuff in space becomes planets, and the distance they are from the stars, where it gets to a distance where it's in that Goldilocks zone where life can be established. And then he says planets become peopled, because it gets to a certain time where people evolve from these planets. And he thinks this is like a natural thing that happens all over the universe, that these planets get peopled. And as they get further and further away from the star, the planet gets less and less habitable. And those things, those intelligent creatures on that planet become more and more intelligent and more innovative and more capable of surviving without the protection of the Goldilocks zone. And then they become interstellar. And then they develop like their own sustaining environments.
So you think that's what's happening to us?
Well, I think that's probably what's going to happen to us. And
so
it's
if we leave that orbit
AI
of safety,
is a part of that.
Right. If we leave that orbit of safety.
Yeah. Well, today, Artemis, they're supposedly flying around the moon. So these are the first people that have gone into deep space since 1972, since the Apollo missions.
Wow. I didn't
That's
know
today.
that.
That's happening. Nobody knows it. That's what's nuts. This is taking, I think, 10 people. 4? Is it 10 days? How many days are they doing it?
It's 10 days.
10 days. 4 people, 10 days, and they're going around the moon and coming back to Earth. No one's done that since 1972.
Wow.
And it's happening today, and no one cares. That's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Right. Whatever that is, that's part of us that has really been doctored pretty heavily. The part of us that doesn't even find like a big fascination in that, like that's the part of myself that I want to find more of,
It's very weird. It's very weird that we've become dull to like fascinating things.
But also, do we even some of it? It's like we don't even know if it's real. It's like so much of this shit. You see these videos. It's like that's not even real. They just said like the Iranian protests or something, or like the happiness in the street. They were just saying that was not even.
It was a totally different thing that they were filming. And then there was one that people were saying was older, and then we found out no, it's not. It's actually there was current people protesting in Iran that we were bombing them, and they were They were like in favor of the government. But then you got to know, like, well, how many people are scared to death, and they're doing that because they don't want to get killed, because the government has killed thousands and thousands of people, including like major public figures, to show that no one has any favoritism. Like they killed this like championship wrestler, like incredible wrestler. They killed 2 different wrestlers that supposedly protested against the government. So who fucking knows?
Did you see that they don't know that there's conflicts of interest about, or no, did you see, sorry, I'm starting the sentence off wrong. Did you see that there is some issues about the bullet that killed that guy of Charlie Kirk? I'm
Yes.
sorry. And I didn't mean to say that guy.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Let me clarify that, I think, and we'll find out if this is correct. But I see headlines and I see the way people are talking about it, and I don't know if it's accurate.
Yeah.
Because what I think is accurate is what they're saying is that from the fragments of the bullet, they were unable to determine that it came from that Mauser rifle.
I see.
My issue with it, and I'm no expert, but I have shot things. Like I'm a hunter. I've shot things with rifles. I've shot a lot of rifles. A 30-06 is a big round. That's a big round. Show me an image.
Would it hurt if it hit you? It would hurt
Experts
bad, huh?
debunk Tyler Robinson's ballistic claim. Unable to identify is not the same as ruled out, which is exactly what I'm saying, right? So show me an image of a 30-06 round, 30-06 rifle round. I want you to look at this. Look at the size of that fucker, okay? Look at a 30-06 versus a 308.
That's a fucking paperweight.
A 30-06 it's a big round. You see it in that guy's hand?
Yeah. Oh my God, are you serious?
That's 30-06. So
That's a fat little hand though.
This
too.
is
Look at
my
that
point.
thing.
That's like my hand. This is the point. Is that's a big round. That's not a small round. I mean, I don't know. What isn't it compared to? I use a 300 Win Mag.
Look at that on the right there. You just had it. Those cartridges.
5.56. Yeah. Is meant for war. 30-06 is meant for hunting. No, I don't think that's accurate.
Yeah, that doesn't look realistic.
That's what a 30-06 looks like. Okay, in comparison to a quarter. So you look at it. So a quarter's about that high. It's about that big. That's a big round, dude. That's a round for hunting like elk. Like it's a very common round. Well, see, do you do me a favor and compare 30-06 to 300 Win Mag? Compared to 300 Win Mag?
I'm just scared, dude.
So 300 Win Mag, I think, is fatter. Let's see the difference. Okay. There it is. 300 Win Mag on the left. Oh, 30-06 is bigger.
Oh, look.
Okay.
Little couple.
Is that real? Which one's which, though? Show me that one far left. Far left? Right there. Okay, 300 Win Mag and 30-06. So 300 Win Mag has a little bit more powder in it. See? See how it goes higher up? So it has more charge. It's a bigger round. But my point is, that's a big round. So like 300 Win Mag's a big round.
Yeah.
30-06 is slightly smaller, but it's still, that's a lot of powder in that bad boy. That's a lot of firepower. So this is what a lot of people have an issue with is the wound, that there was no exit wound. It shot him in like the soft tissue of the neck.
If it killed you,
it didn't go out.
Would you feel pain?
I mean, it looked like he was dead almost instantly. It looked like he slumped over. I think he was at the very least unconscious.
But it would have left his body, you're saying?
I think it would have blown a hole out the back. That's the thing. It's like 9mm do that sometimes.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, it seems weird that it doesn't have an exit hole.
Yeah.
It seems weird that you're shooting him in the neck. And the image from the back, there's a video of him getting shot from the back. It doesn't leave an exit hole. So it doesn't look like it's that round. There's also the fact that this guy supposedly climbed on the roof with it and then assembled it, which doesn't make sense because if you assemble it, that means you have to take the scope off, put the scope back on. You have to zero the rifle after you do stuff like that.
Yeah, the guy who had killed or allegedly killed Osama bin Laden. Who's that? Mike? Who's the?
I know who you're talking about. The Navy SEAL.
Yep, he was just talking about that. And I only say allegedly because I don't know anything about that. I don't know the specifics, even though I read the freaking book he wrote. But yeah, he was saying that to be able to do all that and get off of that roof, it all seems bizarre.
Not only that, they supposedly disconnected the rifle again, took it apart on the roof, put it in his backpack, jumped off with it, and then reassembled it and left it in the woods.
And allegedly was at a Dairy Queen. Do you see that?
Yes.
Who could shoot someone and go to Dairy Queen?
It seems weird. And then also his family's denying that he confessed.
Yeah.
They were saying that, no, he didn't confess.
And we haven't heard.
His family said 2% of what they're saying about this is correct.
Have you reached out to them or have they reached out to you?
No. Well, I don't think they can. I mean, they're probably terrified about their son's future in life. Like, they're trying to pin this crime on him. Who knows if he did it or didn't do it? I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying he didn't do it. But I am saying that the story of him climbing up there with a disassembled gun, assembling it, making that shot, disassembling it again, climbing down. If that's the narrative, that sounds like straight horseshit.
Yeah.
And the video of him hopping down, it does not look like he's a rifle when he's hopping down. So what's happening? How did he get up there? How did no one see it? There's so many things that are fucked up about that story that it doesn't totally make sense. But a big one to me is the actual bullet hole, the actual damage that rifle does. Look, but here's another thing. Guns do weird things sometimes. Like bullets do weird things, and sometimes they don't. Maybe it hit maybe it fucking center punched his spinal column and it did blow apart and it didn't go out the back. It's possible.
Have they released any information about the autopsy?
I don't know.
I mean, you would think that...
I don't know what the specifics are, but I know a lot of people are very skeptical, which they are about everything these days, which is also part of the problem.
Well, they have to be skeptical because the news is compromised. The news is owned by, it's not good. And
it's also, there's a lot of disinformation out there. There's a lot of, like, covering up stories. There's a lot of weird shit.
And, yes, and then even... other places can put out news that's bad for us. They'll be like, oh, well, we'll put this out there.
Sure.
Disguised as information.
Yeah.
But did you see that exploding mic theory? Did you guys talk about that on here?
I've heard that theory, but I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. I've heard people talk about it, but I hadn't looked into it. It looks like he got shot. I don't know if the microphone's going to hit you in the neck. Like, how do you know where the mic's pointing? You're moving around a lot. How do you know when to make it go
That's
off?
a good point. They had it, like, on his shirt at a specific spot. But, yeah, you're right. How would you know? But then the place where
it sounds like a gunshot, though. And there's a delay between the gunshot and the impact in terms of, like, acoustic readings. Like, and I think somebody did an analysis of the distance they believe the shot was taken from based on the sound. You know, if that is the round that they use 30-06 based on the sound of the gunshot going off and the amount of time before it impacts them. It's a very small amount of time, but it is measurable. And they think that it might have actually been closer than what they're saying, which is, I think, 100 and something yards. I forget what the exact distance was. What was the exact distance, supposedly? I think it was like 140 yards or something like that. But the weird thing is, like, this whole idea of assembling and disassembling, it doesn't work like that, man.
And if the guy's not a professional, was he a professional?
No, he definitely wasn't a professional. But like, you could get trained, like shooting a rifle at 140 yards with a really good scope. If you've shot a bunch of times with a rifle and you can keep your shit together, is not that far of a shot. You can make that shot. People can make that shot. He wasn't even wearing a bulletproof vest, even though he did obviously get hit in the neck. But the thing is, like, if that's the narrative, and I don't know if they're still sticking with the story, but that was what they were saying at first, that he disassembled it and reassembled it. Reassembling a gun does not make it accurate. You have to zero a rifle in. And what that involves you get to, like, whatever the yardage are that you're trying it out, like 100 yards, and, you squeeze off a trigger, and then you look through the binoculars, or you have a spotter with a scope next to you, and he says 6 inches high right, and so then you adjust it, adjust the scope, and then you get it where it's firing, and you do it on a rest. And it takes a few shots, man. So you have a rest, so that you're not moving the rifle around where it can be human error can be attributed to the miss.
And if you're on a hot roof, that was a hot roof, wasn't it?
Most official and media accounts put the shot at roughly 200 yards, with some investigative timelines suggesting a range of about 150 to 200 yards from so somewhere between 150 and 200 yards.
But dude, and also being on a hot roof. Have you ever been on a hot roof?
I have.
Dude, it's hot.
Well, it wasn't that hot. Well, yeah, it was. It was September. September in Utah, actually not that hot.
It sounds hot.
Yeah, I don't think it was. Because this was happening while I was out elk hunting.
What town did it happen in?
I don't know. I'm not sure. It was in Utah, though.
I think it was in southern Utah, wasn't it?
Yeah, but Utah's a
Valley.
mountain. It's a mountain town. I mean,
my brother lives in Utah. I like Utah.
Like I said, I was in Utah at the time.
Oh, you were?
Happening. Yeah, I was hunting in the mountains.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. I don't know nothing. I started getting all these text messages from people wanting me to comment on things. I was like, what are you talking about? I literally didn't know what was going on. But then I had to use the Starlink to get online.
Oh, wow. That's
I got a Starlink. It's like literally,
I like Starlink.
It's like the size of a fucking iPad. And you lay it on the ground, you get high-speed internet. It's incredible.
That's cool shit.
Yeah. But that's how I had to, like, research it. Find out what the fuck people are talking about.
But did you see there was like the facility in Tennessee where they bought the whatever the mic thing was, allegedly, that place thing got completely obliterated. 16 people died.
What?
If you can bring that
where they made the microphones?
Where they made the lapel mic that he was wearing. This is probably a conspiracy thing or something.
Where'd you get this? TikTok?
This is a conspiracy theory. Or it's something that's absolutely true.
I haven't heard that one at all.
I think James Lee said
But
it.
I'm
This is
trying
James
to
Lee.
stay away from this shit.
I
That's
agree.
why I'm not. That's why I don't know.
I agree. It's just, I think it. I don't know. It's just a tough.
So my point about the round is it's a large round, and it seems like it would have done more damage. And this is not my opinion. This is the opinion of many experts.
Yeah.
I agree with their opinion. It's not uniquely my opinion. I saw it, and I'm like, oh my God, he got shot. And then I heard it was a 30-06, and I was like,
That's interesting.
It's a little odd.
If you had to get shot by, what would you like to get? If you had to get shot,
You want to get killed, right? You don't want to get.
I don't. Shoot me with a 22.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'd take a 22, but a 22 kills people.
Where would you
People
take
kill
it at?
people. Take it in the shoulder, I guess.
Fuck yeah, dude.
No, you don't want to get shot. Period.
I know. I agree, Joe. But I'm just saying, if you had to get shot, how do you like? Because here's
Butt
the thing.
cheek, 22, and tighten up. Take it in the butt cheek. Bang. I don't know. Not good.
But
no,
there's gonna be
no bullet is good to take. But the point is that seemed like not enough damage for that kind of round. But I might be wrong. Again, I might be wrong in that bullets
It's okay
do
if you're
weird
wrong.
things. If it hit the spine and it blew apart, but I just feel like you would find a lot of it in there.
Dude,
Especially if there's no exit wound. Like, how come you can't find?
The whole thing's bizarre, dude. Do you see the part, Jamie, that I'm talking about where that thing blew up?
Oh yeah, but I'm trying to find a good explanation. Of
Okay,
the
understood. And there may not be
show,
one. Thank you. I'm sorry.
No, 'cause I know I brought it up yesterday.
Oh, you did? Okay. Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I think I'm just scared. And it's like, yeah, what do you.
Here it is.
I just don't know
18
yet.
people unaccounted for after deadly explosion rocks Tennessee plant. First responders
funny.
rushed to Accurate Energetic Systems. That sounds like a CIA operation.
Mm-hmm.
A facility on the line of Humphreys and Hickman counties that processes ammunition and explosives. But is this the place that made the microphones?
So the conspiracy says that the microphone was taken to this place to be converted into like an explosion device.
Somebody found an invoice from it. That's what it was. That was the
Yeah.
piece of information that was going around.
Who found that? Is that James Lee found that?
Not sure.
See if you can find what James Lee has to say. He's my number one source of information.
That's what I heard, dude. I got to podcast with him.
Did you?
I got to meet him, dude.
Is he cool?
He's a nice guy, bro. He's fun. Yeah, he's like, his story's wild because he was working as a consultant for one of the big pharmaceutical companies, like one of the big ones that we know, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he just couldn't say the name, but he could say it, but he never said it.
Right.
And then he was in a Zoom one time, and they're like, okay, we still have a lot of stockpile from the first vaccination. And that's when he said they started suggesting, allegedly, that people should then get a second vaccination because they had this first, they still had more of the original vaccine. So it was just like a thing. Well, we have more of it. Let's sell it back to him. And that's why.
And so he started getting like very skeptical.
So he started really getting skeptical, and then he got out of it, and he said he just wants to like expose things that he feels like are not real,
right,
or true.
You think he might be CIA? Dun dun dun. You always got to worry.
I don't know.
You got to wonder.
People thought Sean Ryan was cool.
Yeah, I've heard people say that.
Remember?
Yeah.
That was a thing, but then now people don't.
Doesn't seem like he is.
Yeah.
Unless they're being clever. Dun dun dun.
I just want to be able to have like a family and just like think that everybody's going to be able to live.
That would be nice. Yeah, that's the thing about ideologies and tribes. If it wasn't for ideologies and tribes, the idea is that we should all be able to live together. It's like, but the problem is it's not fair the way the world's distributed.
Yeah.
You know the statistic about the 1% of the world? It's $34,000. You make $34,000 US dollars, you are in the 1% of the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know. It's just tough sometimes
So
to
it's
figure
like-
it out. You have to pray. That's what I've been trying to do.
In order for us to get cheap jeans and an iPhone that only costs $1,000, somebody has to get paid squat. Somebody has to get fucked over. Somebody has to work long hours and live in those Foxconn factories where they have nets to keep people from jumping off the roof, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, you know when you're working in a place and there's so many people jumping off the roof that they just put nets up? You got a problem.
Yeah.
That's not a fun work environment.
Hey, Ron's hitting the nets, guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
The guy
Ron.
hit the net again. You're
Yeah.
like, you dumb motherfucker. Why you keep jumping in the net? I want to see what it feels like if I jump. But I know it's going to save me, but I still want to jump.
Somebody comes back from lunch break and they just have the net marks on their face and they're like, you tried it. But dude, it's just sad, man.
It
I
is
don't know.
sad. I mean, that's
and we're better than this.
Yeah, humans overall are better than this.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
So people that are not acting better than this are not. They're not. I mean, I know we all have mistakes and we all do things that are fucked up, right? But like at a point where you're like,
we should all be doing better.
Taking lives, and it's not. If it's not the regular people, I feel like it's the governments, man.
100%. It is 100%. Because if it was just people, we'd all figure out how to get along. Unless you think those people are the infidels, or those people are the goyim, or those people are the Jews, or those people are the Arabs, or whatever you decide. Those are the other. You decide to other a group of people.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a problem because it's us versus them, and then you're back to the same tribal bullshit that needs to turn us all trans. That's why we need to lose our gender and lose our primate dominant instincts and all of our territorial instincts.
Well, I told you I was going to mail my dick away.
We're going to be all telepathic with big old heads and little tiny mouths because we're not going to use them anymore because no one's going to have a dick to suck.
And then
that tiny mouth like this. No one's going to have a clit to lick. So you got to like this. And you communicate with your mind, so your mouth's just going to atrophy. And you're going to get all your food through like a suck hole. You're going to have just a straw to eat all your food. They're going to figure out how to make perfect food where it's just like you don't have to go to a restaurant, eat chicken, or have fish. No. Suck on a straw. Get all the nutrients you need in this fucking sludge. The sludge it feels like an orgasm when you take it. That's why you get people to do it. They take it, it lights all their synapses up. Like when you hit that
Vizzy,
vape
boy.
first thing in the morning. Give me a hit of that real quick.
My man, let's go.
Because the first hit's the good one. Give me a hit. Ready?
Hit that
This is it.
popper right
Ready?
there. Yeah. Hit that bitch, Ricky. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's that first one. Yeah. That's it. That tastes good. What's in that one? That's like a professional one.
That's coffee.
Ooh, that's delicious. That's a professional one, though.
That's a trap. Yeah, this one is, I think,
It
is
is
for
a trap.
outdoors. For outdoors people.
Outdoorsy. But it doesn't taste outdoorsy. It tastes like fake coffee.
I'll leave it over if you do.
Nope.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'll keep it
One
a
hit's
little bit.
good. No. I know it's a slippery slope. I'll be pulling into the gas station to get an Escobar later.
Oh, Escobars, those are the ones. Remember, you were
Those
like, you said
get
you were
you,
hiding
bro.
from yourself at night.
Those get you. Yeah, I had to hide them from myself. They
Nope.
get me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be ashamed, so I'd take a hit and I'd blow it into my shirt. Wouldn't want anybody to know I'm doing it.
But your tight shirt, that bitch fucking comes right out the armpits. Dude,
Hey, that's why I wear a hoodie.
Just leave.
put it over the top, cover up like a monk.
But tell me, Joe, like, what are some things, like, give me some, like, what are some things that we can do to keep us in a space of giving ourselves the best chance to feel human? Because, one day you're going to go to a museum and there's going to be a smile in there.
Well, it has to happen on an
You know?
individual basis, right? Everybody has to be human to each other on an individual basis. And sometimes it takes something chaotic like a tragedy, like 9/11, for people to just be cool to each other. I remember, I've talked about this before, but post 9/11, everyone was so connected. Everyone was smiling. People were letting you get on the highway. They're letting you get in their lane. They were waving. Everyone had an American flag on their car. We've been attacked. We were united. And it's just sad that it takes something like that for people to realize, like, this is a gift to be alive in this incredible country at this incredible time in history. But we are under the rule of tyrants, and I'm not saying that's the U.S. government's tyrant, or I'm not no individual, but every government that is in control of military, that is involved in these exchanges with other countries, they're run by tyrants. Someone's a tyrant. Whether it's Putin or this guy or that guy or whoever is in charge of Iran right now, they keep the people on the street from using the internet. They kill all the protesters. That's the problem. The problem is people in power. It's not people.
Yeah.
People generally are good, especially when they're not starving. When they're not starving and they're not desperate and they're not being attacked, most people generally are good.
Yeah.
Obviously dependent upon how you grew up and what you were exposed to when you were young and what kind of horrors did you have to see. Were you in a war-torn country? Were you in a third world place where the cartels run everything?
Did you see those kids in Gaza with, like, they were playing doll, and they were like, it was like they loaded their doll up on a stretcher, like they were fucking heartbreaking.
Bro, imagine like the trauma If you lived in that place pre-October 7th, it was not fun even back then. It was an open-air prison by most accounts.
Oh yeah, they were taking settlers' homes. They'd come and knock into your home and then eventually just take it away.
Well, there's an attitude that a lot of Israelis have that it's all theirs, you know.
Here's an explanation. Tinfoil hat time, though. Just
dun dun dun. Exactly. Okay, this is a dude named Mike France.
It wasn't James Lee reporting
Mike
it.
Franco, excuse me.
This is the same stuff I've seen elsewhere.
Says October 10th, 2025, exactly 1 month after Kirk's death, a catastrophic explosion destroyed Building 602 at the Accurate Energetic Systems facility in McEwen, Tennessee. The blast, estimated to involve 23,000 pounds of explosives, killed 16 employees, injured several others, and registered as a 1.6 magnitude seismic event. Yo! The U.S. Chemical Safety Board confirmed the site produced cast boosters and miniaturized shaped charges for military and industrial use. Conspiracy theorists allege that AES was the manufacturer of the miniature-shaped charge used in Charlie Kirk's assassination. They point to a $425,000 Department of Defense contract awarded to AES in May of 2025 for extra-small anti-personnel demolition charges, possibly used in covert operations. The timing of the explosion, just weeks after Charlie Kirk's death, has fueled speculation that it was a deliberate cover-up to destroy evidence and eliminate the personnel with knowledge of the technology. So there's the pager attacks, the Lebanon pager attacks. Here's my problem with that explanation, and I'm not saying that I'm right and they're wrong.
Yeah, it's just a
my
theory.
problem is I don't see that thing exploding.
Yeah.
So that microphone, I don't see it exploding. I don't see fire coming out of it. If you have a gun and the gun goes off 6 inches from someone's neck like that, you're going to see a charge out of the gun.
That's a great point.
And if it's a small device without a barrel, something has to propel that energy, and that's an explosion. And if it explodes, you're going to see it explode, unless they've developed some sort of way of hiding that.
Yeah.
That I don't know about. But if they're talking about conventional gunpowder and what they use for bullet rounds, that doesn't seem to make sense to me.
Yeah.
But I might be missing something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great point that you said.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's
Kind
interesting.
of seems like that thing would spark.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close to his neck. It's blowing his neck up. I mean, it seems odd that it can do that without fire. Doesn't make sense. But I might be missing something. There might be some new technology that I'm not aware of. Let's find out that. Is there any technology that exists where you could have a projectile come out of a small thing like a microphone that's on someone's neck and not have fire?
I don't know. I don't know.
But there's also
starts
some
to make
stuff.
my head hurt.
Yeah, it should make
thinking
your head
about
hurt.
it.
But there's also probably some stuff that we're not hip to.
Oh, for sure, dude.
Right.
They come out with stuff all the time that we'll never see, probably.
Yeah, I mean, they have drones that look like bugs. They're like,
Yeah.
looks like a bug.
That's
But
crazy.
it's a fucking drone, a little itty bitty drone.
You're just sitting there spraying Raid on something that's watching y'all fuck or whatever at night. That's crazy, dude.
It's getting films. Christy Noem's husband.
Oh yeah, boy. He had them murpers on him, huh?
What did he?
What was he doing?
Did anybody explain what that was about? Was it really just like a Halloween costume
That's
or
what I
something?
thought it was, probably. But then there's some other ones where he's kind of lipstick, and he
But
actually
it could be he was fucking around for like a party or something like that. and
he
they
was
got a
giving
hold of
Kevin
it.
Spacey in a lot of this. So you could feel the Kevin Spacey coming through in some of those photos.
But here's the question: Is that a costume he was wearing for funsies,
That's
or is
what I
this
thought.
like a dress-up thing? This guy's a freak.
That's what I thought it was. This costume wearing for.
It could be, because if it is a costume for funsies, and then somebody finds it on your laptop, like I gotta explain. We're just fucking around. I was doing Wanda from In Living Color. You know?
Yeah. I ain't one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me.
I mean,
was that Wanda? No, which one was Wanda?
I forget.
Dude, how great was that show, dude?
Amazing show.
Did you love it?
Amazing show.
Where-
Amazing show. One of the greats.
Dude, we would go in our neighborhood afterwards, and me, Larry, Eddie, Wayne King, just guys off of my street, dude, we'd go out there and impersonate all of the freaking characters.
Bro, that show was groundbreaking.
It says
Let's
there
hear what
was
it says.
hundreds of messages, blah, 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 and then this was some of them, I think.
What do you mean, blah, blah, blah? What
I
does that mean? Messages about what?
I said there was 3 models of women. There was 3 women citing hundreds of messages purportedly sent by 3 women from the scene.
Oh, Christy Noem's husband.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
didn't she just
Okay.
get let go or something?
Hundreds of messages.
She traded selfies
Traded
with a woman,
selfies with
yeah.
a woman who pledges to worship like a goddess, telling her you turn me into a girl. Before asking if he should put on leggings. Oh, Okay, but is this real, right? Or so the Post has not confirmed the details reported by the Mail. This is what Mail? The Daily Mail?
Yeah, that's originally reported, I think.
Let me tell you something about the Daily Mail. They just made an article saying that I'm moving out of Austin.
Oh.
That I'm fed up with Austin. I'm moving out of Austin. That's not true. And that was published by the Daily Mail.
Right. And also, didn't Kristi Noem just go through something where she got let go or something? Is that right?
Yes. And not just let go, but involved in a scandal. There's some sort of a money scandal.
Sometimes this kind of shit follows that. It's hard to know. But he also looks like who's that actor right there? He looks like a little bit.
What are those boobs? Those are crazy.
Will Arnett or something? No, not Will Arnett.
He's got crazy fake boobs. Like, they're nuts.
They're just balloons.
That's all it is?
Yeah.
So how do we know he's
You
not-
got tricked easy, bro. Joe just got tricked, bro.
Well, I don't think they're real. I mean, I thought they were like a fake one that
But
he
you
wore.
was thinking about him. Oh, shit, she's John Bonet right there. Look at that shit. That's crazy to me, dude.
So supposedly there's letters that he was sending to girls that you make me dress up like a girl. But look, again, isn't it crazy that she's involved in some sort of a scandal that's about money?
And then this comes out.
And then this comes
I agree.
out,
It's
right?
You have to start to notice that. And then here's the craziest part. At a certain point,
forget about him. Can you find out what she was let go for and what's involved in it? Because there was some sort of a campaign fund scandal or something that has to do something with money. A lot of money, like millions and millions of dollars. And then all of a sudden this happens. You got to get a little suspicious. In this day and age?
Oh, yeah, it was the campaign commercials she got in trouble for because it's like they hired like someone she knew and they're like she was riding a horse through the fucking...
Right, but there's something about the money being inappropriately spent.
Yeah, it's like $100 million or something.
$100 million?
Or $28 million. I'm trying to find it in this article. It doesn't say
Let's
it.
not comment until we have the specifics.
Joe, do you think that things would be any different with America's relationship in the Middle East right now if the Republicans hadn't won the election, if Trump hadn't won? Or do you think it's all the same?
It's a good question.
You think it's all the same, like Geppettos in the distance, like running the strings, and it's all...
The last administration funded the proxy war in Ukraine.
Right.
200 million.
And they were
200 firm tied to Kristi Noem secretly got money from $220 million DHS ad contracts.
Dude, for $220 million, you could put tits on my husband for $220 million, you know?
But you know what I'm saying?
And I'm not even a gay guy.
Right, but now they're painting her out to be a nutcase, right? Because her husband's a freak. So this firm, not saying that he's not a freak.
Yeah.
Right? He might really be into dressing up like a girl. That might all be real. That might be his thing.
Let him
You're going
cook.
to make me put on leggings?
Yeah.
You're turn me, he might have autogynephilia, right? So, but also,
Let him cook.
that might be coming out because of this. And there's probably a bunch of people that got some money and they're like, let's try to make this ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's scary, too, because it's like...
Who knows? I mean, we don't know anything about the case, right? We don't know anything about either case. The money missing or his fake tits.
Yeah. I never had no fake tits. I mean, I've done some weird shit here and there.
Steve-O almost got a pair of fake tits.
Did he?
Yeah.
I
He's
don't,
telling
that's
us the
too
story.
much.
I agree.
That's too much.
But he's in that, the constant perpetual state of having to one-up himself. Doing something more and more ridiculous every time.
What do you think is going to happen? You think we're going to be okay?
I hope so. Of course. I don't know.
Do you think about it?
I'm confused. I can't believe we went to this war. When we started bombing Iran, I was like, this can't be true.
And what about Lebanon now?
I know. Israel's invaded Lebanon. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, just fucking stop. Like, what do you need?
Well, they're trying to, supposedly, they're trying to stop the terrorists.
Yeah, that's crazy, though, if you're the fucking terrorist. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to stop them, fucking stand in front of the fucking mirror and start there. But also, what do I know?
What do you know?
You're right, I don't. But it's all just like, fuck, there's got to be some way that we're better than this.
What they're saying is like if this was found out by the story about Kristi Noem's husband was found out by like a newspaper online.
Allegedly.
And that if they can find this out, then obviously hostile intelligence services, according to the CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos, knows this stuff as well.
If a media organization finds this out, you can assume that a high degree of confidence that a hostile intelligence service knows this as well, added former CIA officer Mark Polymeropoulos.
That's probably
damaging information like this can be a tantalizing lead for a hostile intelligence source. They approach the person and say, if you work with us, we won't expose this, and if you don't, we will.
So he's posting these online, and someone came across them. Is what it sounds like.
Well, he might be a freak.
Who cares? Let him fucking cook a
Look,
little.
I think a lot of those people that are involved in government are freaks, and I bet their husbands and wives are freaks too. They're fucking weirdos. They want to be in power.
Yeah,
They want to wear leggings.
It's all crazy. We just have to focus on the things that we can. Like Matt McCusker, he started a garden. It's like 10 to the garden that you can have. You know, he grows blueberries and he grows.
That's the way to do it.
He grew one. He grew one blueberry his first
During the
year.
congressional hearings, Kristi Noem was probed about accusations of conducting a taxpayer-funded affair with her former aide, Corey Lewandowski, who has since left the Department of Homeland Security.
Corey Lewandowski, dude.
That
Dude,
guy.
I was in a fucking fantasy football league with that guy.
For real?
Yes.
For real?
Pull him
For
up
real?
again, yeah.
No kidding? Let me see a photo of him.
Mother effer, dude.
She's pretty hot.
CeeLo, bro. Oh, this is a different dude.
Yeah, seems like a different dude. So that guy was the guy who was
CeeLo ain't shit.
banging her. Okay. Supposedly, allegedly. Who knows? But again, when there's a bunch of money that's missing, and there's a scandal, hundreds of millions of dollars, weird shit starts getting tossed around that throw you House of Cards, baby. Go rewatch it. I think that's probably the most accurate depiction of how the government works.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey's a fascinating guy.
Well, everybody in that show was great. It was just like a really well-made show.
Yeah. That show was fascinating. He did.
All right, dog. We gotta wrap this up soon.
Dude, that's fine with me. I thought you were. I was staying here because you're here.
No, I love you.
I love you
but
too,
I have
man.
things I gotta do.
Me too.
Are you gonna be around tonight? Or are you going back?
I might stop by.
Bus Boys in theaters April 17th. So that's like 2 weeks from now. Let's fucking go. 2 weeks and a few days.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
Thank you for
Good
letting
luck.
me come and talk about it.
I'm excited for you.
And just to see you. Yeah, I'm excited too, man.
I hope it kills it.
Yeah, I just think
I'm sure it's gonna be really funny with you and David Spade.
We did a good job.
I'm sure.
Dude, he's so funny.
Yeah, I'm sure
There's
it's
some
gonna
good
be
scenes.
awesome.
But thank you for everything, dude.
My pleasure,
And it's
brother.
good to see you. And,
Always good to see you.
Yeah.
Come by tonight. Let's hang out.
I'll come by. I have a show tonight, but I'll come by.
Where you at?
I'm at this Moody Theater. I'm practicing for my special, so I got to get ready.
What time are you at the Moody?
7.
Okay. Well, come by. We'll be there till I'm gonna be in. I'll be there for a while.
Okay, I'll come by and say hey after.
All right. Beautiful.
Good to see you, man. Jamie, thank you so much.
Bus Boys, April 17th. Go watch it. We love you guys. Bye.